Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Welcome to TPL Live. Today is our Sixers versus Jazz watch party. Before we get rolling, let's take care of business. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications. You can find us on Twitter at The Painted Lines, on our website, thepaintedlines.com. We've got a Discord. You can feel free to join the chat, ask any questions you want. Really drive these podcasts. That's really what this is all about. You guys follow us on Twitch. The Painted Lines is now on Twitch. Just please go make a free account. Give us a follow. Guys, big game today going down for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers go up against the Utah Jazz, who are 22-5 on the season. The Utah Jazz have been absolutely lights out as of late. I think roughly in that 18 wins or so over the last 19 games. They're the hottest team in the NBA. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia 76ers sit at 18-9. They are looking to wrap up their 4-game West Coast road trip. They're hoping to not finish this 1-3. But they go up against a very good Utah Jazz game tonight. Today is our pregame show, so we are just going to be talking with you. What are the top storylines for the Sixers heading in? Who's going to be player of the game? All that fun stuff. We've got Kevin saying, let's go. We've got Steven joining. What's going on, Steven? We've got Kevin saying hi. Is Joel playing? Joel Embiid will play tonight. Great news for Sixers fans. Other good news, Mike Conley is out. So we just got done watching the Sixers get buried by Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul put on a pick and roll clinic for the Suns there in that fourth quarter. I think he contributed to like 10 points in that fourth quarter and just killed them. Just absolutely killed the Sixers, even though Devin Booker put up, 36 points and had a couple dagger threes over Ben Simmons from the perimeter. Chris Paul was really, I think, the engine for the Phoenix Suns that put them over the top there on Saturday afternoon. So, guys, what are your top storylines for the Sixers moving forward? I mean, number one, for me, it's got to be the Sixers bench. Since Shake Milton has been out, the Sixers bench has really been limited. They're hurting. The Sixers bench is hurting. We had our post-game show. Jason Blevins is our Sixers beat writer for the Painted Lines. And we had Doc Rivers on here before you could even see it on NBC Sports Philly. Make sure you follow us. When the clock hits 0, we'll be doing a post-game show. We'll give you early access to all press conferences. But my goodness, Doc Rivers, he really ripped that bench. And that's really been kind of the main story is you look at the plus minus is a terrible stat. But in the case of the other game, the other day, you look at the starters, all pluses. You look at the bench, all negatives. The Suns controlled the game, their second unit. And you look at the Sixers' second unit. It was absolutely brutal for the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's get to some comments. We've got Yakov joining. I missed you guys showing Doc Rivers pregame press conference. Yeah. And he writes again. My man Jason does it. He does it as much as he can. So he probably was busy. So things happen, you know. This isn't our job. So none of us get paid doing this yet. So we're trying to grind as hard as we can. Yes, Joel is playing, but thanks for joining, man. Please be sure to hang out with us all night long. My man Justin will be joining us momentarily. He's wrapping up school, and he won't be able to join, I think, roughly to like 9:15. So it's just me hanging out with you guys. My man Austin, I believe, is joining. So this question right here, Steven says, we need George Hill. There's been some just trade talk, buyout market talk really happening with the upcoming trade deadline going down at the end of March. Guys' names are starting to pop up for those Philadelphia 76ers. Steven says, we need George Hill. He was one of the names thrown out. Let me know in the comments section, who do you guys want the Sixers there to target in the upcoming trade deadline and that buyout market? you got to find a guard here that can really get buckets. As much as I love Tyrese Maxey, the Sixers need an upgrade there. They need a guard that can defend and or shoot from three and or get buckets in isolation and get his shot off. They also need a stretch 4, stretch 5. That is very obvious. How many times have we said that during these watch parties and post-game shows? The Sixers must bring in a stretch 4 or stretch 5 that can really kind of be an upgrade to Mike Scott, even Dwight Howard. I as much as I love Dwight Howard in the first 2-3 weeks of the season, Dwight Howard's been a turnover machine. He's been a foul machine. And that guy, as much as I love Dwight Howard, I just don't know if that's really the guy moving forward. Jason's on the side of Dwight Howard. I don't know. I've been souring on the guy. He needs to give me more. He says, I would look for Doc to try and play smaller lineups with Scott at the 5 to enable the bench unit to run with Ben for a while and split up Ben Joel's minutes tonight to cover for bench. That is a very, very high possibility. I would like to. It's going to be interesting to see how Doc covers because for this bench, which has zero offensive firepower, it's going to be a really interesting thing how Doc plays with those rotations tonight. We got Yams, supercalifragilistic Yams. You're the man, Yams. You are the man. I think lack of bench scoring and Danny Green and Seth Curry going cold. It was the reason they lost that game. Absolutely. Chris Paul and Booker dude, we've got my man, my college guy. What's going on, man?
What is going on, man? I'm back in the dorm room.
How you
back
doing,
in
dude?
the dorm room. Hopefully my connection's not too bad. Can everyone hear me all right?
Yeah. How is my connection, by the way? Because it doesn't look great, and I'm
you look a little grainy, but you sound fine.
All right, good. I'm uploading a video onto the YouTube channel as we speak.
That'll do it right there. That'll do it.
I know. I got like a Wi-Fi signal here that's like showing me low. It says low. I've never seen that before. So
yeah, mine actually says low too right now, but that's it. I'm looking at it right now. It says connection is unstable, and it's fluctuating between unstable and fairly good. So I may get kicked out of this. I don't know, because this is my first time streaming from school, and I'm also streaming the game on on my TV as well. So this could either be decent or really bad. So we'll see, because I may end up having to go find some sort of connection cord, but I don't have one. So
all right.
Right now we're just flying on. We're trying here. We're living.
That's what we do. Philly Boy says Simmons will lock down Donovan Mitchell. Tyrese Maxey needs to step up on the second unit. It was more of me saying how much I do enjoy it when you do his press conference. Yes. So we. This guy's from Australia. What's going on, Melbourne? That's awesome. Yeah. So we try and do the press conferences before and after the game as much as we can. But things happen. Life happens. Until like we start getting paid for this thing. You know, life takes a priority, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would say I haven't been on the past 2 streams because the first day I was moving into college, and the second day I had what was it? It was right when I had to go get my COVID test. So your boy's been busy.
Yeah, it's all good, man. So did everyone have to get their COVID test before going to college? Is that how it worked?
Yeah, so everybody had to get tested before they were allowed in the dorms, which is good in my opinion, which I like. But it's definitely a process because I get tested now every week.
Wow. Do you have a roommate?
I do not. I'm an RA, so I am by myself.
Well, are they allowing roommates? Like, how does that work with 6 feet?
So it depends. Certain rooms are allowed roommates, but it's when they have separate living spaces. So like, there's certain rooms that there's like, for instance, like there's a C unit which has like its own like little like lounge area and then 2 separate rooms. So they allow that, I think. But I'm in traditional housing, so I'm in like the concrete walls. Like I'm pretty secure here.
Okay. Awesome. Let's go on to some comments. Clash of the Titans. Joel Embiid, who is playing tonight against Rudy Gobert. In 5 games, Embiid has won 3 of them. In his career, Embiid is averaging 20-plus a game, nearly 12 boards. Rudy Gobert is 15 points a game, nearly 12 boards, and 1.6 blocks. So,
can I talk about Rudy Gobert for a second?
Go for it, bro.
So I know, first of all, I do want to say, missed everybody. I haven't been here for a while on the Sixers watch party, so I missed you all. Hope y'all are doing well. Glad to be back. But Rudy Gobert, and I know, I've talked a lot about the defense, how defenses play against Joel Embiid, and how big men will play against Joel Embiid. Rudy Gobert actually brings a very legitimate challenge to Joel, because he is a legitimate 7-foot big man. And he's gotten more weight to him than he used to in his younger days in his career. So he's able to take a little bit of Joel's bangs down low, and not that he's as big as Joe, but he's got the length, and he's got some more size on him since he came into the league. So I think it's a tough matchup for Joel, especially because of the length. If Rudy can stay far enough away from him in the post and still get contests off, Joe could struggle a little bit with that. So I'm interested to see how he does. I'm interested to see if it turns into a kind of Anthony Davis-like matchup where JoJo just takes him inside because he's too big, or if it ends up being a completely different matchup altogether. So it should be an interesting matchup to watch.
Yeah, last two games, Embiid versus Rudy Gobert. Embiid is shooting.
Wait. Oh, no, hold on. Joel Embiid is now out with back tightness.
No.
Keith Pompey just tweeted that out.
I just saw it.
Screw what I just said. I saw he was in too.
I swear Derek Bodner put out a tweet saying he was playing.
He definitely did, because I saw it earlier. I literally, if it'll focus in.
Oh my God, that's.
Can you read that?
Embiid is now out. Are you
with
fucking kidding me?
That's
all right, guys. We may be in for a long night. Here we go. I mean,
Ben Simmons is still out there, so that's good. But it's going to be, I will say, and this might sound dumb to some people, but I do think you have a better chance of winning without Joel than you do without Ben. And that might sound crazy to some, because obviously Joel is our leading scorer. He gets a lot of open looks at three. But if you really watch the games, this team without Ben Simmons is like nullified, like completely nullified. You're not getting nearly as many open threes, or you're not getting nearly as many makes because they're not getting to exactly their spots, because Joe's not as good at really passing out of like hitting people in their exact pocket like Ben is. So I would say it'll be interesting to me to see how this goes, especially, I mean, here's the thing. Defensively, with the offense that the Jazz run, where they run a lot of pick and roll with Rudy, either way, Joe is not good at covering the pick and roll. He's gotten better, but he's not great at it. So, to me, what's going to be interesting is to see how we cover that with Joe being out, seeing who they have starting, because obviously last time we played Tony Bradley Jr. Last time we played without Joel, Tony Bradley Jr. was starting. So I'm interested to see if they start him or Dwight Howard with this one. What do you think?
It's a lose-lose situation.
I don't disagree with that one.
I'm trying to think, like, have the Sixers won a game with Dwight Howard starting? I don't think so.
I don't think they have, but I think he only started like once. Because I think he might have started twice. Because I think both times he started, or the one time he started, he struggled a lot to stay in the game and to produce offensively. And so they, the next game, they ended up putting Tony Bradley in there, and it went a little bit better. Still lost the game, but it went a little bit better.
Tony Bradley's okay if he's just there for defense and rebounding.
Yeah, but offensively, he's abysmal though.
Yeah, when it's like fourth quarters, like that's when you really get hit there. We look at let's look at Dwight Howard without Embiid. Let's go to January 16th. Offensive rating of 79. Go to January 25th. This is without Embiid. Offensive rating of 90. February 4th. Offensive rating of 39. Wowzers. So when Joel Embiid is not in the game or not playing, Dwight Howard, man, that guy just really struggled. He's like the new starter for Cork Maz. You can't start Dwight Howard. Too much of Dwight Howard is actually a negative.
Yeah.
We've got this comment says Seth has to pull the trigger quicker, like he did against the Kings. Seth Curry's shooting better over the last few games, 8 of 18, which is really good to see over his. But that's the name of the game here. No Joel Embiid means your guys from the perimeter have to be hitting.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing too. Is expect a lot of 3-point shots tonight because it's going to be really tough for the guys that we have that drive in to get to score on Rudy Gobert. Even a guy like Ben Simmons, who sometimes struggles with guys that are lengthier than him on him. So like Ben can take it to the rim against a guy who's 6'9", a 6'9", 6'10" center who's like basically the same size as him. But when he goes up against guys like Giannis, when he goes up against guys like Rudy Gobert, he tends to struggle a little bit more just because just the pure length of them. So we'll see. I mean, Ben Simmons is capable of turning it on whenever he wants to, in my opinion, and he's much faster and much more athletic than Rudy Gobert is. So he's going to get his tonight, I'd assume. But don't be surprised if you see more 3-pointers tonight than you're used to, especially with Shake Milton being out and Tyrese Maxey not getting as much run as he normally would. That mid-range game isn't going to be as much today.
We've got a comment.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Mike Scott will be starting in place of Joel Embiid.
I'm telling you, Dwight Howard just caused too many lost possessions, which we can't afford. That's definitely part of that. This guy's a turnover.
They're going straight small ball today. They're going straight. They're playing LeBron ball today. They are putting. It's like basically putting Kevin Love at the 5. They're putting Mike Scott at the 5 right now because they're gonna play literally 5. They're gonna play spread 5 spread offense. I bet you're gonna see Mike either at the hash mark or in the corner. Ben Simmons gonna be driving in. Maybe a pick and roll with. Maybe it'll be Tobias Ben Simmons pick and roll sort of thing going on, but you're going to see you're also going to see minutes from Ben Simmons at center, I'd assume.
Definitely, fully agree.
Because it wouldn't surprise me. It actually wouldn't surprise me at all if defensively, you see Ben covering Rudy at times.
You're gonna. I wonder if this is Doc Rivers realizing that he has to change things up a little bit offensively, because when Joel Embiid doesn't play, the pace doesn't really change. You look at the pace in games, the last 4 games, pace 96.8, 103.3, 93.4, 97.9. So even when Joel Embiid's not playing, you would think you would play to Ben Simmons' strengths, which is increase the pace and get him up and down the court as much as possible. They don't do that. Maybe this is the first sign that they're moving in that direction. I don't know.
So Embiid was listed in the starting lineups 10 minutes ago, late scratch for the Sixers. So he was on the court as well, warming up. So obviously, something was bothering him that he ended up not suiting up tonight. But I think this goes even deeper than just Embiid being out. To me, it's going to be interesting to see how Mike Scott plays in this role, because obviously 2 years ago, in our late playoff run against the Raptors, you saw moments where Mike Scott was playing that stretch 5 role with Ben Simmons on the floor, and he was very, very efficient in that role, getting rebounds, hitting his 3-point shots, and being that there's been a lot of rumors about the Sixers going after a stretch 5, stretch 4 type of position. If Mike can actually somewhat thrive in that role, he's the perfect guy for what they want. The problem is that even when he is healthy, which he hasn't been healthy much, he's been struggling to hit his jump shots. And that's what we need from him. That's the only reason he got paid to be on this team. So to me, this is a really big test for Mike to see if he can really play the role that they need him to play. And that is that stretch 4, stretch 5 type role.
Mike Scott in 24 games started in his career. He started 24 games, averaging 11.9 points a game, shooting 40.9% from 3. So maybe Doc is trying to find his inner Tobias Harris that he was able to unlock in Philly. and he can do that for Mike Scott because
listen, that'd be awesome. But I will say when he played on the Clippers, he wasn't that good either. So it's not like he's Tobias where he was just killing them when he was with the Clippers. Mike, there's a reason why Mike was thrown in the trade when we traded for Tobias, because he's a throw-in piece type player, at least to this point in his career. So it's. I was really excited for this game. I'm gonna be honest with you,
dude. It happens every
top
time. Doesn't know.
Top team in the West.
F you, COVID, man, and back tightness and it seems like every time there's a hype game for the Sixers this season, something happens a day or two before, or moments just has, and it just goes out the window. I was really looking forward to this one.
No, I know. To me, it was going to be like how the Lakers matchup was earlier this season. I mean, Lakers matchup is really the only legitimate win we've had against a legitimate contender. So it's disappointing, definitely, because I was really excited to see how Joel matched up against Rudy, and I talked about that literally right before we learned that Joel wasn't going to be playing tonight. So definitely sucked, but not much we can do about it now. I definitely think the Mike Scott in the starting lineup was a throw-in very quickly. I don't think that was planned whatsoever. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see how this lineup runs out there. But I think this is even more of a reason why Daryl Morey needs to make a move to go grab another stretch big. Because in situations like this where you need a guy at that 4 or 5 role that's going to be able to be efficient for you defensively and offensively when Joel is not able to take the court, it's going to be really important, that position, because this is normal. And believe it or not, as much as it sucks, it is normal for Joel to not be playing. It happens. So you need to be able to win games when he's out. And right now, I don't think they're capable of that. And tonight's going to be a rough one unless Ben can figure out a way to get his teammates going, and a few of our bench pieces are able to step up tonight, because that's been a real big issue. It could be really interesting. We're really gonna have to see what happens.
MPC Smith says number 1 in the East versus number 1 in the West. Can we finish the road trip strong? The Sixers are wrapping up their 4-game road trip here. Want to finish it 2-2, not 1-3. Tobias Harris putting an exclamation point on his All-Star bid. Absolutely should be an All-Star. The fans are idiots. Everyone's idiots when it comes to this.
You see Klay Thompson?
You tell me that Tobias Harris is not an All-Star right now. He has been lights out for the Sixers. One of the biggest reasons they are number 1 in the East. Can Simmons shut down Donovan Mitchell? The other good news here, if there's like drinking it half full, is that no Mike Conley. And you saw what a guard that just dominates the pick and roll like Chris Paul does to the Sixers. Now Conley is the same ilk, and he's not playing tonight. So Ben Simmons.
I think the real issue in our starting lineup, though, is like, at least with the pick and roll, is that Danny Green just does not have that lateral quickness anymore. So if you put any guard that's really smaller than him, it's tough for him to guard him, at least right now. I don't know if he's not turning it on completely because it's not the playoffs. I don't know. But that has been like a real strong issue with him, is that he struggles guarding speedy defenders, speedy guards on the defensive end. So it's tough, because even like I'm gonna assume Donovan Mitchell is gonna be guarded by Danny Green in the beginning of this game. Like, it's gonna happen. And Donovan Mitchell is one of the most athletic guards we have in this league right now. He's not only just athletic, he's strong too. That man is a beast, in my opinion. And it's gonna be interesting. I'm really curious to see what we do. I mean, because realistically, Donnie's not the only one they got. Joe Ingles is a killer from the outside, a very willing defender, a very good defender. Bogdan, is it Bogdanovich?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is also a killer. He is a good player, and he's not talked enough around the league, in my opinion. That's a guy who I'd want on the Sixers so fast. But
no,
it's going to be really interesting.
I'm bummed, man.
Me too.
I can't. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I went into this like 30 minutes ago. I just finished a YouTube video, and I was uploading it. I joined here. All reports that Joel Embiid was playing. I was psyched. I was hyped. Come on, man. It's just the nature of it, of being a Sixers fan.
Yep.
Steven says Simmons jersey in hand, praying for a miracle. We got to watch for the Mitchell, Rudy Gobert lobs.
Yep.
Absolutely. Embiid is not playing. Yeah, guys, also, please go create a free Twitch account and follow us on Twitch. We just started streaming there live. If you guys have a Twitch account, please follow us. We're trying to grow there, or just create a free account. It's free. It'll take 2 seconds and follow.
What you can do too is you can do a Twitch, open 2 tabs, do a YouTube tab for us and do a Twitch tab for us. That'd be awesome.
Love it.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Without Embiid, it's going to be a long night. Hopefully, Dive has a lot of Phillies trivia. We've got halftime entertainment tonight, and it's something we've never done before. There's a new twist on Name That Sixer. It's going to be really fun.
I feel like I should be concerned.
Last time I did Sixers players, guards. I was in the mood for doing guards, and we did a Name That Sixer, but I put masks on all the Sixers, and you had to pretty much guess it from either the jersey or the number, and it was fun. I thought it was fun. But tonight, I'm not going to reveal what it is yet. You're going to have to wait till halftime. But this one's going to be really fun. I'm really excited to see how you guys react. Justin, I don't know how you're going to do on this one, to be honest. You could do either really well or really bad. I'm not sure.
Can I? I want to hint almost, but I don't want to ruin it for myself either.
No. You know how this works.
Oh, no, trust me. At this point, I know. It's either going to be something where I'm like, okay, like I'm going to be okay at it, or I'm going to be awful. That's pretty much what it's been so far for me. So it'll be interesting. Real quick, I am going to go grab myself a water right before the game starts because I am thirsty. And here's the one thing that sucks about living in traditional housing. I don't have a sink, which is normal for traditional housing, but it sucks because I'm used to having a sink where I can just like fill up a Brita. So now I gotta run downstairs, like down 4 flights of stairs, go to the vending machine and get a water bottle. So
that sucks.
Yeah, I will be back. All right.
Also, fun news going on. We are introducing TPL Gaming. We're going to be bringing live streaming of Madden to Call of Duty, all that great stuff coming to TPL YouTube channel. It'll also be like an Eagles hangout or a Sixers hangout where we just hang out, play Madden, and just talk sports. Could be talking whatever. Could be talking movies to TV shows to Philly sports to general sports. It's going to be really fun. TPL Gaming is on its way. We've got my man Shane crushing it. Followed him on Twitter at TPL Gamer on Twitter. So that is happening this week or probably early next week. So we'll be having regular live streams of Madden, NCAA 14, like all those fun stuff of Call of Duty, Warzone, you name it. So that's going to be something new coming to the TPL channel. Marky Mark says, without Embiid, let's go back to the 2-3 zone. That's an interesting comment. I don't think the Utah Jazz are a great three-point shooting team. So I don't think that's something you want to do the entire game, but definitely something to look out for in that fourth quarter with Matisse Thybulle and Ben Simmons locking it down there. You don't want to do that in the whole game because teams will expose it, but in spurts, absolutely. Corey says there's something to be said, Dwight fouling on every play. Absolutely. Marky215, what's going on, my man? Thanks for joining every single time. You're the man. What do you think about Blake Griffin if he gets bought out? I mean, MLE, but nah, he's probably not coming to the Sixers on that less money. Starting lineup with Ben and the small ball lineup should be good if they get in transition. Is that not it? Really, this game's going to boil with Embiid. This typically gets boiled down to getting to the free throw line, out rebounding, and getting points in transition. In this game, you can throw rebounding out the window. It's fast break points in transition, and truly the Sixers shooters, because for whatever reason, when Ben Simmons and or Joel Embiid don't play, the Sixers shooters suck. They just cannot hit a shot from the perimeter. The spacing just goes out the window. They're just out of sync. The turnover percentage goes up. Sixers shooters, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Matisse Thybulle. I'm not calling him a shooter, but these are guys that have to step up without Joel Embiid. They got to be able to give Ben the spacing he needs to thrive tonight. We can't put everything on Ben to shut down Mitchell, lead the fast break so he can be aggressively offensively. That is a great point. That's really kind of been the low-key storyline for the Sixers. A lot of people don't like to admit it, but Ben's defense, especially in that second half, when Doc Rivers just unleashes him defensively, is one of the biggest reasons the Sixers are number one in the Eastern Conference. Now that he has to take a bigger role on offense, that's definitely going to hinder that. So it's a major, major thing to watch out for. I also look out for Tobias Harris. The Sixers need a huge night from Tobias Harris in this game. It's a big game to begin with, going against the number one team in the Western Conference. This is the game Tobias Harris needs to step up here. I'm hoping for an efficient game from Tobias in that 25-plus range, but really also being consistent and getting those threes up. Let's go, Tobias Harris. Adam Cooper, what is going on, man? Thanks for joining. We beat the Pacers without Embiid. Great comeback. One of the best games of the season. Jazz are obviously better than the Pacers. Green versus Mitchell looks like a bad matchup for us. I think that's what what the Sixers typically do defensively is they'll rotate guys on the perimeter constantly. And then truly come fourth quarter, they unleash Ben Simmons on their best player, like in that last 7 to 8 minutes range. And that's a huge reason why the Sixers have really succeeded. Williams says Blake Griffin is cooked. I love the optimism here, Steven. We will win. Don't worry. We got Henry Hooter on Twitch. What's going on, man? Thanks for watching us on Twitch. We just started a Twitch account. It's brand new to the Painted Lines. Please, please, please follow us on Twitch. Trying to grow that as much as possible. We got my man Shane. He is our leader of TPL Gaming. I believe he's going to be doing some NCAA content coming very soon. So that's going to be really, really fun. Shane, I just uploaded the video. Yes, Shane. So if you want to go check out that video, we made an Eagles Day 2 targets video of all our best targets for the Philadelphia Eagles on Day 2. That is rounds 2 and 3 for the Philadelphia Eagles. And there's highlight reels and music to the background of it. So check it out. I just released it just as we were talking. So that just came out, Shane. Check it out, man. Let me know what your thoughts. And guys, check it out. Let me know what you think too. Kat says, let's get that dub. Let's go. Ben from Australia. What's going on, Ben? Thanks for joining as always. Steven says, we should hack Gobert, clean out the bench. Let's go. Thoughts on just clearing the bench and hacking Gobert? We've got Braden saying, what's up, bro? What's going on? What's going on? So, guys, what are your score predictions for today? Let us know in the comments section. Again, it's another toughie. They were able to come back against the Indiana Pacers without Joel Embiid. That was a miraculous second half effort. Awesome game. But this is a different caliber team, man. The Sixers are going up a different caliber team than the Indiana Pacers. It's going to be really, really tough. TPL Gaming, I'm an NBA 2K guy. That's awesome, man. I'm still old school when it comes to video games. I don't know about you guys, but I play Mario. I like 2D games. I like RPG games. I've played all the Marios. Awesome. So I just have a Switch. I'm a loser. Steven says 110 to 106. Jay Monte says 110 to 95. Jazz win 120 to 111. All right. I don't know how you can go for the Sixers with the W here. I'm just trying to be as objective as possible. The odds are stacked for sure with no Joel Embiid. I will say Sixers lose 108 to 101. Sorry, guys. Hopefully, I'm wrong. If you guys, if the Sixers win tonight, I'll do something stupid for sure, just to eat my words. David is going for the Sixers to win tonight. As we wait for my man Justin to come back, who is our player of the game? It's got to be Tobias Harris. I'm going Tobias Harris. If the Sixers are going to win tonight, it's got to be a huge performance from Tobias Harris against the Utah Jazz tonight. I'm talking 30-plus points. I'm talking in that like 4 for 10 range from three. He's got to be a force down low, and that's really it. The Sixers offense is going to struggle tonight. You see how much the bench has struggled over the last few games with no Shake Milton. They need a guy to carry them tonight, and offensively, that's got to be Tobias Harris. Mangok says, is Embiid playing? It was just announced that Joel Embiid will not be playing tonight, unfortunately. So Marky215 says, I really don't know, but for the sake of guessing, 113 to 109 Sixers. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so that is really it. We're waiting for tip-off here. Tip-off should be happening very, very soon with the next minute or two. We'll be doing live play-by-play. We'll be reacting with you guys. We'll be giving you our top takeaways. Then we're at halftime. We'll be doing halftime entertainment, which I call Name That Sixer, where I give you some trivia, and the first person to get it, whether it's Justin or the fans, and we have some fun. I think it's pretty fun. Let us know in the comments. If you like it, we'll keep doing it in the comments. So I enjoy it. I enjoy leading it. And then we'll do the second half, and then that'll lead into our post-game show, which is a different link. We'll be using a different link for that. But we're going to be here all night. We're going to be talking Sixers all game long. Sometimes we talk about other random things. Sometimes we talk about going to France. Sometimes we talk about, last stream, we talked about going to Brazil for vacation or a Mediterranean cruise and what that would be like. Sometimes we talk about WandaVision. Sometimes we talk about movies and stupid shit. We just kind of go with the flow depending on what the Sixers give us. All right, so David says, Tyrese Maxey, 34 points. Hurt me. That would be absolutely outstanding. Oh, my God. If Tyrese Maxey puts up 34, win or lose, I'd be feeling pretty good. So no Embiid. Simmons is playing. Ben Simmons is playing today. So that is happening. 25-point triple-double. Tobias Harris 30 and Seth Curry 5 for 7. Yeah, that is also my other take is it's Tobias Harris has to step up tonight, but so does Seth Curry. Seth Curry has in his last 3 games 22 points, 15 points, 10 points. He is shooting 6, 9, 8 for 18 from 3. Seth Curry has to have a game. Seth Curry really needs to play well today because when the Sixers big two, whether I'm talking about Ben or Joel, aren't playing, the Sixers shooters really struggle. They got to get offensive production from Seth tonight. And I think you're going to know that. I think you're truly going to know what the shots the Sixers are getting from the jump. Because if you look at the Sixers, as they're still winning games, but the ball movement is not what it was the first 7 to 10 games of this year. When really COVID hit the Sixers, you saw the ball movement kind of change. They started out the season just on fire, getting wide open look after wide open look. You got to think that defenses have been able to adjust. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to the amazing ball movement. I want to get back to guys cutting to the basket, amazing guys moving without the ball. That's what we need to get back to. But speaking of Seth Curry needs to be literally on fire today. We need a major production night from Seth Curry if we're going to get to that.
Yes, sir. Hey, sorry I took so long. Remember, I gotta walk to miles to get places around here now. Can't just walk around the corner to the kitchen.
It's all good.
I'm also trying to experiment with this setup. I don't like the lighting yet. I don't know how to add more. So, can you see me okay, guys?
You look fine on mine.
Yeah? I feel like I look a little dark. Whatever. We shall see how this goes. See, okay, so where are you right now on the time?
11:28 Jazz just missed.
You're ahead of me now.
Oh, wow. What a nice, strong take from Ben Simmons. I'm going to be doing this all night, Justin, just to ruin it. This is the first time
I deserve it.
had a game ahead of you.
Yep. Well, normally I'm on cable. Now I'm on this, like, random-ass, like, live streaming service.
All right. It seems to be the Ben and Mitchell show right now. Both are playing with a purpose right now. They're really penetrating.
It's going to be interesting because we have, like, no rim protection at all.
Oh, Ben Simmons. Mercy.
I didn't see it yet.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. I feel it just makes me smile, man. That's the matchup, though. You just saw the Sixers expose a mismatch there. That's exactly – my goodness. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a Sixers fan right now. This is good. This is really good. Really good signs.
You know what actually makes a lot of sense to me now? And I thought about it, but it makes even more sense. Like the fact that like we now have Mike Scott and kind of stretch the floor a little bit more. Now it's tough because like Rudy Gobert can still sag back because they probably have him guarding Ben. So you can't really use the stretch 5 tactic that way. But
my goodness, Ben. Ben is on a different mission tonight, man. He looks motivated. Look at him attack.
A nice take by Danny Green, but he missed it.
Keep an eye out for that mismatch where the Sixers got Bogdanovich on Tobias Harris. If they can expose that, that's that's a fourth quarter mismatch that could go really well for the Sixers.
Philly boys, look at this shit. Look at this.
What?
Listen, Philly, I am at college, but I appreciate that. I'm in my dorm room right now.
Where are the handcuffs, Justin? Just show the handcuffs.
Hold on, I gotta find them. I do not own those. I got some belts that could work.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, get it, Mike Scott. All right, this is pretty promising so far. Pretty promising.
Yo, by the way, guys, real quick, just while the game's going on, if you have not already, go follow me on Twitter if you guys want to hear more about Blue Coats basketball, and also go follow Blue Root TPL as well.
When do they play next?
Tomorrow.
Nice. Do you know what time?
Not off the top of my head. I believe it was probably like 7, I assume.
I work all day tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm on duty tomorrow night, so it's going to be a bit of a struggle. I might have to tell my duty partner that I'm not able to do rounds at certain times.
David says, Justin live in the college.
Ooh, perfect. Right. Yes, I do. I go to Shippensburg University, and I live in one of the traditional buildings, and so I have the cinder block rooms.
Listen, Steven, I hear you, bro.
Simmons is doing this to the best defender in the league, but freezes up versus Duncan Robinson.
I hear you. Man, Sixers offensively are looking.
I also wouldn't call Rudy Gobert the best defender in the league. Sorry. I just think he's a good rim protector, but it's because he's massive and has like, believe it or not, like, Rudy Gobert wasn't that good when he was first in the league. Like, he was good, like, he had size, but his timing when it came to blocking was awful when he first got in the league. So, like, he's gotten better as his timing's gotten better, but personally, I put more emphasis, like, in a guy like Kawhi who can guard, who can get blocks on the inside just like Rudy Gobert can, but can also lock you up on the perimeter.
Yep. Marky says Ben has been playing good the past 5 games. Isn't it sickening, Marky 215? It is like nauseating. Like Sixers Twitter and all of that is just such a bitch because it just you look at Ben Simmons averaging 17, 8, and 8, which is his numbers have improved in February. Yet people still hate it. Like the Sixers lost versus the Suns, and all you saw on Twitter was Devin Booker hitting those 2 threes. And it's just there's so much hate going around it. I can't stand it. I hate social media when it comes to the Sixers, and that includes Sixers fans too. They're brutal, man.
I agree.
They're absolutely brutal. Meanwhile, Ben Simmons has been playing really well, and it's just
Ben Simmons has been one of the best basketball players in the league recently. And sure, if you don't want to count points, if you want to say, oh no, he's not scoring 20 points, like screw you, honestly. If you don't know, I don't want to talk to you. You don't know basketball. Like it drives me up a damn wall. Like it still kills me to this day that there were people just this past summer saying that Andrew Wiggins is better than Ben Simmons.
There was a tweet out after the game against the Suns where someone put out it was someone with a blue check mark. I don't know who it was, but they listed like 15 players in the NBA they would rather have over Ben Simmons, and that included like a lot of like nobodies. And I was just like, no one really watches the games anymore. Like, do you want like points per game, or do you want win share? Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, if you want points a game, then guess what, guys? The Sixers aren't going to be any good. If you have Ben Simmons averaging over 20 plus a game, the Sixers probably their efficiency, which when they're healthy, defensively and offensively, are very good. That's going to go out the window. That's going to go out the window.
I sort of disagree with that point. I do think if Ben Simmons was averaging 20, it would still make the team better just because he would still be getting a lot of assists, and it would the field of play would be crashing on him even more.
Yep.
But I think if you have guys like Tobias Harris averaging 30, or you got like people that they're like, oh, Tobias Harris is on this contract, he should be scoring like 27, 28 points a game. That's the kind of guy to me. If he is averaging that many points, your team's not good because he's not efficient enough. At least Ben, if he's averaging 20 points, he's usually going to do that on, I don't know, what do you think, like 15 shots?
Yeah.
It doesn't take him a lot of shots to score points because he's typically very efficient. And you didn't see that early this year, but as the year's gone on, he's definitely gotten better in that regard.
Ben Simmons has 10 points in 5 minutes. 4 field goal attempts, 4 for 4, no turnovers. Meanwhile, Tobias Harris has 7 points. So just an absolutely fantastic start here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 20 points in the first 5 minutes of the game without Joel Embiid. Could not be any happier regarding what the Sixers are doing offensively right now. Mark says Simmons is on fire. I think Ben Simmons could 25 a night if he put the effort in.
I don't think that's we're not getting to that.
Bro. That's not what you want. That's not Ben Simmons is not a shooter. If you don't know that by now, you don't want Ben jacking up shots. That'll only hurt the efficiency.
Well, I mean, he's not talking about shots right here. He's talking about just in general. He's saying that. I honestly think I don't think it's an effort thing. I think it's a game plan thing. I think he knows that he's got high percentage shooters around him, and that he would almost rather be passing the ball out and scoring threes than twos. Listen, Ben Simmons, if he wanted to, he can get to the rim. He can get fouled. But realistically, it's sometimes going to be a higher percentage play and a more worthwhile play when it comes to winning if he's passing out a wide open Seth Curry, a wide open Shake Milton, Furkan Korkmaz, Tobias Harris, and that's what he does. And you see, and this is gonna once I hate comparing him to LeBron because he's not LeBron, but you see LeBron do the same thing. The only difference is LeBron has some added tools to his game, and that's an obvious thing. And and also LeBron has always been the best player on his team. So in clutch moments and big time moments, he's the guy taking the shot. Ben Simmons has been on the floor with Joel Embiid almost his whole career. And so realistically, at the end of a game where Joel is at the end of the game getting those shots up and getting those extra 10 points that Ben Simmons may not be getting at times, that's where those points are going.
Nice little two-man game with Ben and Seth Curry there.
What are your thoughts on what I just said there? Like, do you think I do think if Ben Simmons is the best scorer on the team, if he's your best player on your team, he can average 25 points. He's just not right now. Like Joel Embiid is a better scorer, so at the end of games, he's getting the opportunities.
Right. Ben Simmons can average 25 a game if he was on the Washington Wizards.
I think Ben Simmons could average 25 points, and maybe this is what you mean by this, but Ben Simmons could average 25 points a game if Joel Embiid wasn't on his team. Like if he was on the Sixers right now, and Joel Embiid was not, he could average 25 points a game. It's the fact to me that Joel is their number one scoring option, so he gets more shots than them.
I just think Ben is so wired, he's always going to be a pass first guy. Yeah. I don't know if that's ever going to change.
LeBron's the same way. That's exactly what I mean, though. Like he's not LeBron. I mean as in like the aspect of pass first, like the pass first mentality. LeBron's always been like that.
Ben, I know Ben. He's all about his legacy. Ben Simmons is all about wanting to be that 6'10" point guard like Magic Johnson, Hall of Fame point guard that just changed the game. I always see him being this, if you need a bucket, he's always going to look to find the open man rather than have that mindset of getting a bucket. That's just who Ben Simmons is. That is his DNA.
Dude, Jordan Clarkson just hit a tough shot over Ben.
Yeah, I saw it.
My goodness. Seth Curry coming right back with the midi.
God, Ben Simmons. Are you freaking kidding me right now? This is the best here.
Ooh, good contest. Oh! Dude, Danny Green just had a really good contest on Donnie, and Donnie just sinked it on him. Oof.
All right, we're hooping now. We are hooping. Sixers and Jazz are going back and forth. This is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons is on a look, and he does the wrestling flex. What is going on with Ben Simmons right now, man? My goodness, Ben Simmons. Look at this.
Dude, I'll tell you what. There's no defense being played on our end right now. At least from what I can tell. I mean, that's not necessarily true. There wasn't any defense right there I saw, but on the other one there was.
My goodness, Ben Simmons. I haven't seen him be this aggressive.
He needs to be right now.
Wow, that hit ball.
I will say he is going up against Derek Favors and not Rudy Gobert, though. So let's point that out.
Who was that for the Jazz with the ball handling? That was insane. Someone just dribbled around Ben Simmons with incredible handle.
I'll look for it.
That was wild. Ben Simmons has 15 points, 6 of 6 from the floor. Wow.
Are you talking about Jesus Christ? Jordan Clarkson's ridiculous. What time are you at right now?
I'm at 4:12.
Okay, were you talking about when there was a dribble past Ben and then the pass out to the corner?
No, when Ben Simmons drives it into the paint and gets the N1.
No, I'm talking when you said someone just dribbled it around Ben. You couldn't
I forgot. Yeah,
that was Donovan.
That was nasty.
Yeah. People don't like. I know people on the East Coast, like when it was the Rookie of the Year voting and everything, everyone was like, Donovan Mitchell sucks. Like, he wasn't obviously as good at that point, but dude, that kid is a dog. Like he is a good player. Like I like him.
Chris Dunn says this is the Ben we've been waiting for. What is Simmons' career high? I think it's in like the early or mid 30s.
Let me look.
Because I know we had put up like.
What is Ben Simmons' career point? What is Ben Simmons' career high in points?
I know we had like 34 against the Nets once.
It looked up career points, not career high in points. What is Ben Simmons' career high? I gotta look it up. It's not showing me.
Ah, Seth.
Google.
No way. Are you kidding me?
What?
Clarkson, man. My goodness.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He said he had 37 in the playoffs.
34 is what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Simmons recorded a career 34 points on 12 of 4 shooting, 9 of 12 from the line, and 141-94 win over the 5-17 Cavs. That included Australian's second regular season NBA 3-pointer.
My goodness.
Oh, yeah, 20 hit a 3, I guess. So yeah.
Whew, we are hooping. There's no defense in this game. Sixers are starting out the game 14 of 17 from the floor. 14 of 17 from the floor in this first quarter. No Joel Embiid. Meanwhile, the Jazz are shooting 60% from the floor. Both teams are shooting 24 of 33. 24 of 33. No one's missing in this game.
Yeah.
Crazy. 3-point shooting is 7 of 9, 7 of 11. That's great. But Jordan Clarkson, can we get that guy on the Sixers? Because they need that kind of guy. He's got 12 points off the bench already.
Yeah, he's a dog too, man. That guy's good. He really is.
Scored 30-something the first time the Kardashian came.
Jesus Christ.
Seems like the only points Jazz scored were that weren't threes with a Gobert dunk. Yeah, Jazz are hitting some tough shots, man. They had a transition and a pull-up 3 by Clarkson. Like, Sixers are not playing great defense by any means, but I think I like the shots the Sixers are getting rather over the Jazz right now. I think that's going to carry over. I mean, how many times have we said this, though? Let's be honest. Like, Ben Simmons will have a quarter like this, and then the next 3 quarters is non-existent. It just happens. It just happens.
I will say Rudy Gobert is not in the game for them was not in the game right then. So it's very possible that he slows down when Rudy comes in. I do think that probably has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Mike, no. Shake Milton is not playing tonight. He's still dealing with an ankle injury. It's a major issue. Oh snap! We got Pedro from Brazil on Twitch. What's going on, Pedro?
Hey, nice.
What's going on, man? Thanks for joining, man. Awesome. By the way, guys, we are now on Twitch. I'm going to say this probably like 15 freaking more times. Please follow us on Twitch. Create a free account. Follow us. You can do the same thing here as in YouTube. It's free. We'll also be introducing TPL Gaming soon, doing Madden, doing all different types of stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun, all on Twitch. Please follow us on Twitch.
I mean, listen, if we play 2K, if I can somehow figure out how to stream 2K off my shit, I'd do it. But I'll say my internet speed is terrible here, so it'd probably be real bad.
All good, man.
I will say I'm so glad that I could get this to work though, like my streaming the game, because I've never been able to get games up here because I'm too far away from Philly. Like I get Washington games, which is annoying. Yeah, I get Washington networks here, which is terrible. But
that's weird.
Yeah, because it's funny. I remember I was trying to figure out how to watch the Sixers game one time. I was like, they're playing Washington, and I can't watch the game. This sucks. And I was like, oh wait, the local network. And so I figured it. I found that, but now I have this. Got this device from somebody, and it works pretty well.
Fantastic. Marky215 says he was on this trend for at least 5 games. If he plays like this with Embiid, it's a wrap for the league. 100%. 100%. That's what we're talking about here. That's really is Ben Simmons attacking downhill and looking to get for the free throw line is everything. It is everything. And it's not about the corner 3. It's about him getting to the free throw line. It always has been.
Yeah. To me, and I completely agree with that. To me, it's okay. Well, to me, if you want to stretch the floor and create more space, then yes, like it's nice if he can, like if he is somewhat of a threat from the outside. But to me, what's more of a threat for him is if he's able to drive in and at the line knock his shots down.
Ugh. Man, Utah cannot miss from 3 right now.
Well, Ben can't miss from the line, so I'm okay with
it. Pedro says 11 p.m. here. Can't sleep early tonight. Twitch is much better. Happy you're here now. Yes, we are now on Twitch. Have I told you we're on Twitch?
I don't think you have. You should probably say it again.
If you can watch us on Twitch, obviously do whatever you want to do. But if you can watch us on Twitch, that'd be. Why don't you do both? Can you have both tabs up?
You can have. I have both tabs open right now.
And just mute one of them.
I mute both of them. But because I'm doing it. My God. Listen, guys. I promise. Listen. I am not dumb, but I definitely have those moments.
Woo!
Listen, Marky, don't spoil it for me. That's mean.
My goodness. My goodness.
Marky's trying to spoil something.
How does it feel, Justin? How does it feel?
I'm hurt, guys. Ooh, and that was a nice steal by Matisse, though. Oh, yeah, Ben. Ooh, gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Ben is possessed.
Marky, Ben is not possessed. This is Ben Simmons. I am kind of surprised on how much he's taken it to the rim, though. Matisse, Thibault. Yes, baby. Blocking Jordan Clarkson. Look at this man.
This is wild.
Jamonte said Thibault. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, Mike B. If this was 2K20 Galaxy Opal Ben Simmons, he would be shooting threes from half court. So you're wrong about that one. Wow. Ben Simmons has 19 points so far in the first quarter.
This is insane. That's got to be a record for Ben Simmons.
I will say I think it is, but I am a little concerned though. I'm not gonna lie, because anytime Joel does this, and that now I'm not obviously they're different players, different kinds of play, but anytime Joel does this, he gets like very, very tired.
Oh my God.
And he ends up having a rough second half. So hopefully Ben's able to keep something like this up for most of the game.
Did anyone see that handle by Ben Simmons? Anytime you see that means he's having fun out there. That means he is locked in, man. Marky215 says, or Marky Bark, sorry, this is a different Mark, says Justin is on Shippensburg dial-up internet.
I mean, listen, we don't have terrible internet, but just for streaming, it's definitely not as great.
Dude, I think it's
because you have so much upload and download speed. It's just like it's a pain. I will say it also helps that we don't have as many people on campus right now. Now I'm interested to see what ends up happening once everybody else gets here, because I'm an RA, so I'm here early. So I'm interested to see what ends up happening with that, but we'll see. Matisse, my man.
Mike D says Ben is pissed. Ben Simmons Globetrotter.
It's called Ben Simmons wants to be an all-star. That's what's happening here.
Are we not going to talk about how we're just letting shoot threes? We did talk about that. Their Sixers are completely focused on the offensive end in this first quarter. That being said, Jazz are making every single three they take.
Something I will say as well with that is that this team is already more known for protecting the paint this year than it has been in past years. And Doc said that coming into the season that they really want to focus on protecting the paint and like keeping their strengths up with because Joel and Ben are he's actually good at protecting the paint. They just when like last year we kind of got away from that. So I think that's like we're trying to protect the paint more, which I'm okay with honestly because usually teams don't shoot this hot the whole game.
No.
So that's kind of what the mindset is too, I think.
Yeah, the storyline of that game, or the first quarter here, is Ben Simmons, 7 of 8 from the field, 19 points in 11 minutes. My goodness, 5 assists and 0 turnovers from Ben Simmons. That Sixers first quarter tied the most points they have scored in the first quarter this season. Guys, let me know in the comment section what game did it tie. If you know what game it was, let us know in that comment section. Winner gets a free year of subscription to thepaintlines.com.
Once again, I'm going to be honest with everybody else. There's no subscription fee.
What? Wait a minute.
Listen, I was paying – it's a scam. I was paying for a few months, and then I figured out that it was actually free, and they were just scamming me. So don't let Dibes scam you into money.
When they scored 42 points in the third quarter, they scored 15 in the third. It was 21, by the way. I've got the numbers here. So Steven says Hornets, Orlando. It's not either. Sorry, guys.
What are
Sixers.
you saying sorry about?
What's that?
What are you saying sorry about?
Is not Orlando or the Hornets. Well, the Sixers tied the most points scored in the first quarter this season tonight, just now, 42 points.
Okay.
What game did the Sixers tie? What was the game that they also scored 42 points in the first quarter?
I feel like I should know that. Well, I know it's an Eastern Conference team. Give me a division hint.
We've got Miami. We've got Lakers.
Can you give me a division hint?
West Coast.
Oh.
No one's getting it.
It's on the West Coast.
It was one of the West Coast games.
We weren't at the West Coast, were we?
It was Sacramento. Sacramento, they put up 40 points in the first quarter. So
was I there for that?
No, we didn't. I didn't do one because it was a 10:00 game, and
okay.
I'm old, and luckily I don't work till 9:30 tomorrow morning, so it worked out.
That's why. I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and on a Thursday night, that's a no deal because I wake up early on Fridays. Early. Yep. Alex W. got it. It was the Sacramento Kings. All right, here we go, Mad Max. With a Mad Max on the first offensive possession, hits a runner in the lane there. Sixers are up 9 points, 44-35 here. 24 points in the paint, all led by Ben Simmons right there.
Tyrese Maxey getting some early burn today.
Yeah, they need it. They really need it. All right, so now we got Dwight, Maxey, Danny Green, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle. So we are going full small ball tonight. Oh, Dwight Howard. I forgot Dwight Howard's name.
Real quick point about Tyrese Maxey with Shake Milton not in the lineup. Obviously, he's going to get more. He's going to get more run because of that. But I think a big thing to notice is the amount more floaters he takes when Shake is not playing.
Mm-hmm.
because Shake really gets a lot of those looks normally. That like short mid range like floater type shot, and I think a big key to when we're losing games is when he's missing those.
God, I'm looking at our halftime entertainment. This is a good one. I'm really excited about our halftime entertainment. I'm really excited. All right. Jazz are cutting this lead to 5 now. Furkan Korkmaz is a -9 in this game right now. It's just truly struggling.
Dwight Howard just makes bonehead decisions.
Is nauseating, man.
It's confusing.
My goodness.
It's confusing to me, to be honest with you. It's like he's such a seasoned veteran. So like to the amount of things that he does, like Furkan, it's his third, fourth year in the NBA. He steps out of bounds every once in a while. All right, I'll give you a break. But Dwight, though, what year is it in the league for him?
Yeah, Dwight is a hard watch, man. He is really hard to watch. The funny thing about that was like I thought like I didn't watch Dwight Howard with the Lakers, but like you would think Dwight Howard, rolling to the basket, like this was a super efficient player to kind of help Joel Embiid. He has helped Joel Embiid. Embiid's reading a double team and playing better and better in the pick and roll as he has ever done. On the other end, Dwight Howard is just like unbelievably brutal to watch. So
I think here's the tough thing though is that like really realistically with the Lakers, he really didn't have to do much at all besides rebound, and even then that was every once in a while because JaVale McGee also played a lot of minutes too. So it's like he's definitely actually I don't want to say this and be talking on my ass, but I definitely feel like he's playing more minutes for us than he played for the Lakers.
One of the best comments of the night by far. I miss the Chinese lady on the tall unicycle with the bowls. She was the halftime entertainment for Sixers games for years.
Yeah, I remember her.
Really funny. I miss her too. That's awesome.
So real quick, last year with the Lakers, he actually averaged more minutes per game, which is surprising to me.
Look at his pick and roll stats as a roller. They're outrageous. It was like 90 percentile. Yeah, outrageous. Yeah. Jay Monte says Korkmaz needs to get out. By the way, Tyrese Maxey has had a really solid stretch here. He's played 5 minutes. He's got 4 points. Definitely looks active on the offensive end. Furkan, unfortunately, does not. Chris says changed the momentum in the first quarter. Mike says Dwight has been awful. They're hitting threes. That as good as the storyline is Ben Simmons just going off in the first quarter. The second storyline is the Utah Jazz are shooting 56.3% from three. They've already got 16 3-point attempts in this game. 16.
Yep. They're good.
And what I did not think that the Utah Jazz were that good of a shooting team from three, but man, was I wrong. They're shooting 39.5% from three this year. That's fourth best in the league. Fourth best.
I can tell you right now, we are not fourth best. We are not fifth best, sixth best.
My goodness, Utah Jazz. Very impressive shooting from the Utah Jazz.
I would say a big difference with their team in comparison to ours, though, is that they have a good portion of, like, a good, like, older bench, too. Like, a guy like Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench is a big deal. Like, he's a spark plug, and he's efficient with it, too, typically.
Yeah. They've got
Alex W. Hey, what's good?
Can't wait for the new additions to the team. It's coming. The Sixers will be bringing on new blood very, very soon. Just don't overreact. Don't join the mess on Twitter right now. That's like overreacting to the Suns game the other night, or the other day. Don't be among that group. That the Sixers are the best team in the East. Yet, just enjoy it. Enjoy what the Sixers are doing right now. They're being led by their big three. They're showing all the signs that a 7-game series against this team in the playoffs, with their starters playing the bulk of the minutes, is going to be a force. And the Sixers will add pieces for sure. But the Sixers Twitter is just awful. It's just awful. I hate it so much. 90% of what I tweet nowadays is like either WandaVision, food, or my daughter. I can't take it anymore. I've like completely I removed myself from it because it's not what it should be. Although I love retweeting your Blue Coats tweets. That is what I love about
me.
Yes, they're terrific.
Appreciate it. I'm trying.
Oh, I'm
enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Blue Coats are 3-0. Paul Reed is dominating.
Dude, okay. If you want to talk Blue Coats for a little bit, I can definitely talk Blue Coats. But maybe we save that for a different time. I don't know. What do you think?
Let's save it when there's a break.
Okay, I got you.
Because I'd love to. Because
I'm paying very, very close attention.
Love it.
I'm like I told you, I have a bad obsession with basketball, and especially when I'm like head of something and leading something, I really want to know all I can know about it. So when I'm watching these games, I'm like replaying things, trying to see things. Like I'm looking.
All right, we'll talk about it. Very, very, just in summary, very impressive 3-0 start for the Delaware Blue Coats in many ways. Very impressive. Philly Boy says Howard should be sponsored by Butterfingers. Nobody better let a finger on my Butterfinger. We can't stop them hitting threes. That is it. Wow, a lot of comments here lately. Jaden, what's going on, man? I don't know if you've joined before, but thanks for joining. Jaden says Ben is going off, but they are coming back by Utah Jazz's shooting threes. They are going off, and I didn't know, but the Utah Jazz are 4th in the NBA in three-point shooting, and it is definitely showing tonight. Corky is either on fire or a dumpster fire. Our bench is trash. I didn't think it was that. That's really it, man. That was like one of my big takeaways from the preseason and the first few games of the season when Shake, Tyrese, and Dwight were really crushing it on the bench in that pick and roll and stuff. We haven't seen that since COVID, since really the team kind of has been in and out roster-wise. You guys complaining about Dwight, he's 35. He's nothing but a role player.
We're not complaining about him saying he's supposed to be some insanely good asset, but his numbers are down from last year. He's usually a little bit more efficient around the rim, and he's also usually does not turn the ball over as much as he has been. And that's statistically backed up. I don't have the stats right in front of me, but I know just from looking at it in the past. So it's not. We understand what he is, and we also we're happy to have him. It's frustrating to watch sometimes, and that's all we mean by that.
It wasn't long ago we were all raving about Dwight Howard, saying he was the best big that Joel Embiid has played with in a long time. So.
I still think he is.
You're probably right.
I think I definitely still think he is. I just think I think he has his own struggles just like any other backup center has. And I think it's shown off even more on this team because our bench unit is so young and is so incomplete.
Yes.
So I think that's the biggest thing to take away from that is Dwight Howard is a good NBA player. He just on this team, his struggles, the things that he is not amazing at, are surface even more because of the talent that he has around him on the bench. I mean, when you play with Matisse Thybulle, who can't stretch the court as well as maybe when he was all over at the Lakers with KCP and Kyle Kuzma and guys like that who are, and I mean Avery Bradley and Rajon Rondo were even hitting threes at a high percentage when he was playing with them over at the Lakers last year. So I think a lot of it has to do with just it's pointed out a little bit easier for us. Like actually, here's a good point. He's shooting 56% from the field right now. Last year, where is he at? Hold on. He's shooting 56% from the field right now. Last year he was shooting 73.
And look at it as a roller to the basket. You want me to get those numbers real quick?
You can, yeah. I'm just looking at the general numbers right now on Basketball Reference, but like I think that's a big point right there. His turnovers are up as well. I'm not looking at it right now, like I said, but
Howard's actually having a pretty good game right now.
No, he is, and like I said, like he's not. Like we can't sit here and act like he's some bad player. He's not, and we don't sit here and act like he's some bad player. We just know what he is and what he isn't for this team.
Yeah.
Come on, Danny. Ooh. That's that Lakers. That's that ex-teammate connection right there. Danny Green to Dwight Howard with the little lob at the end of the shot clock. We have 8 second chance points right now, which is nice. God, Danny cannot stick with Donnie.
I know, right? All right, hold on.
Dwight's pissed. Yo, Dwight just got a foul called him from behind him across the court. So there's a ref right in front of him.
You serious?
So yes, there's a ref right in front of him that doesn't call the foul. And like he's on the block. He's defending this. He's defending a shot. And he blocks the shot. At least that's what it looked like on my screen. It looks like he might have got a little contact, but the ref in front of him didn't call anything. The ref behind him behind the 3-point line on the other side of the court called a foul, and he turned around like, "What?"
All right, here we go. Albeit we did this pod several weeks ago, but here you go. There's some Dwight Howard numbers for you there. Again, the points per possession in the pick and roll have changed because this was like
all updated numbers.
No, it's not. But this is from my party on Broad pod. Were you on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I asked to update. Those are like 2 weeks old.
Yeah, it's old. But look how good he was in the pick and roll in 2019. Again, the biggest story for Dwight has been the turnover percentage and fouls. The guy just cannot stay out of foul trouble.
Well, fouls and his field goal percentage as well.
Mm-hmm.
As a big man who only plays around the basket, 56% is not good.
No. How many missed dunks per game?
I don't know, man.
So many.
But that's my point, is like the amount of missed shots for him with where he gets his shots off is kind of ridiculous in comparison to what it's been. I mean, let me look at all his years real quick. So, like, he's not having his worst season, but he's damn there. Like, he's shooting 56%. His worst season was 52% his rookie year, 53% his second year, and then after that, he was above 50% almost every year. And then the last year that you could maybe compare it to was when he was with Charlotte, and that was in 2017 when he shot 55%. Then the next year with Washington, 62%, LA, 73%, and then with us, 56%. So it's a little frustrating. He's also hold on. He's also his efficiency field goal percentage is way down too. Like one of the lowest he's had in his career. So it's tough.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now.
Utah taking the lead 57-55 over the Sixers. I got about 5 minutes left in the second. I will say something that's kind of surprised me. We only have 5 turnovers so far.
Yeah, Sixers are hooping. They're offensively, they're clicking. They just got to be able. They have to D up from 3 right now.
Jazz are on a 10-0 run right now.
It's unreal.
Oh, yeah, what? They missed a 3. Jordan Clarkson missed a 3.
Yeah, so Dwight Howard averaged 1.3 points per possession as a roller to the basket last year. Right now, it's 1.03. 1.03. Field goal percentage it is this year 61% in the pick and roll. Last year, it was 68%. So his pick and roll numbers are way down. So that definitely fits the eye test there. Pan says trade Seth and Danny. I'm down for trading Danny Green if he's part of a bigger deal. But you're not trading Seth Curry. Absolutely not.
He's too perfect on this team.
Yeah, he's the best fit for on his contract. You are not moving Seth Curry. Period.
Yep, it's just like Shake Milton. Like if you don't have to move Shake in a deal, you're not going to because he's under contract for the next 3 years on $2 million.
All right, Sixers had all the momentum here.
Yeah, there's only a few contracts. Sorry, I was going to say there's only a few contracts that make sense for this team to move. When it comes legitimate players on the roll in roles. I mean, it's Mike Scott and Danny Green just because. And Danny Green, I would even be hesitant to get rid of because I think he's such a good role player in his role. But Mike Scott's making around 5, and Danny Green's making 15. So it's Jesus Christ, dude! Stop! Can we rebound, please? Holy shit!
Where are we at with that? Because
how many offensive rebounds did they just get on that? God damn! We just letting them shoot threes at that point. Scores 61-59 on my screen.
Alex says, "What do you think of the betting for Bradley Beal rumors?"
Bradley Beal's not getting traded.
It's not happening. I don't.
The only way Bradley Beal gets traded is if he asks for a trade, and you're going to see that out before anything else. Just like any other player who ends up getting angry and doesn't want to play for someone anymore. You're going to see it's not going to be rumors. It's not going to be rumors that Bradley Beal wants out. It's going to be Bradley Beal has asked for a trade. Nothing that you see, in my opinion, is legitimate until you see that because there's no way in hell the Wizards are trading him unless he says, I want to be traded.
Yeah. Pedro says, should Paul Reed have some minutes or is it too early?
Nope, he should not.
He's not ready.
Coming from the person who watches every game so far and has seen every single play of his, he should not be in the league right now. Not for what the Sixers need from – now, if you wanted to tell me that you wanted to have him come in and test out some minutes at center today because Joel's out and you want him to run some backup 5, backup 4, I could understand that. But he is not a capable 4 spot for what you need right now at the Sixers when it comes to stretching the court and stuff like that.
Mike D says Tyrese Maxey is great in ISO, but not a good playmaker. I think the fact that he's shown you that he can be good in ISO is a huge reason to be excited for Tyrese Maxey down the road, which makes him a great fit for this roster. because
yeah.
that's something you don't have. However, you're going to have to wait for that. You're going to have to wait for him to develop that. So the fact that he actually might have a higher ceiling as a scorer is only a good thing. Is only a good thing down the road.
I agree.
Ben expanding his game tonight is as fast as Wanda expanded Westfield.
The spoilers.
Holy
Spoilers.
shit. That is hilarious. I love it.
That's a good one. But spoiler warning. Goddamn. I'm glad I watched it before you read that.
Yeah. Let's not do that anymore, Jay. But I love it. That is a hilarious comment.
Definitely.
Hilarious. Philly 215 says, why not play Isaiah Joe over Korkmaz?
Because Isaiah Joe is too small to defend.
Yep. It's
weighs 165 pounds at 6'5". I weigh more than 165 pounds. I'm 5'9".
Nasty Nizzle. I highly recommend. I hope you have a DVR because I highly recommend you go back and watch the first quarter. That was the most aggressive Ben Simmons we've seen in a long time.
And Nasty's Australian, isn't he?
I think so.
Or no, maybe he's not. It says 610. I'm gonna doubt it. Just kidding.
Yeah, 610 is definitely.
I'm thinking of Ben Butler. Where's Ben at? I haven't seen him.
He's here somewhere.
Ben, you in here? Ben Butt, are you in here? I don't see you in the comments. Where's Yams at?
He's been here. He had a hell of a name today.
Did he?
Matt Barnes commented and suggested on TV that the perfect role player is Trevor Ariza. He's currently unsigned and available. I guess.
I don't think he's unsigned. I'm pretty sure he's playing somewhere, but he's just not playing.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Could be thinking of something else, but I'm gonna look it up. Actually, I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, that he's on a team, but he's just sitting out, waiting to be bought out or something. Like he just doesn't want to play for the team he's on.
Steven says, question for you guys. Dwight is so strong. Why isn't he good in the post? He should be able to body guys. That's not Dwight's game, man. Dwight's game is not backing someone down. Dwight's game is specifically look at Rudy Gobert and what he does. Look at Norvell Pell and what he does. Look at Clint Capella and what he does. These are all guys that strictly have a skill set, which is rolling to the basket, finishing lobs, getting offensive rebounds, and just being a force around the paint. That's what they do. Dwight Howard is strong, but he's not. He doesn't have the touch or the wiggle or the ability to break someone down. He's just not that kind of player.
Believe it or not, he also doesn't have much of the size either. Like he's only like 6'9".
Yeah, but how big are his shoulders?
No, I know. Definitely, he's big. I just mean like when it comes to like really being able to like go over top of people sometimes, like how JoJo does when he's backing somebody down. Like JoJo's a easy 6'11", 7-footer. Like, and he's got the real hop athleticism and the longer arms as well. So it's a little different. Real quick, sorry, I'm watching the game and looking at this at the same time. Trevor Ariza is under contract. He's 35 years old, technically under contract with Oklahoma City Thunder with a almost $13 million cap hit.
Okay.
I just don't think he's playing for them right now. He is an unrestricted free agent into 2021.
Yeah, little thing to watch for. The Jazz have cooled off a little bit from three. They have definitely cooled down a little bit, even though they're winning. They're now 9 of 22 from three. They're not shooting like near 60% like they were earlier a few minutes ago. So that is something positive. Hypothetically, how many of Dwight's fouls won't be called in the postseason? That's a great question because that's what you're hoping for is that if they let him play a little more in a 7-game series, then he does become valuable. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
And
thanks, man. Yeah, guys. See, this guy Justin said like and subscribe from Twitch. Appreciate you watching.
What a loser.
Hey, listen, Justin. It's okay. You're not a loser. Dude, I'm so annoyed. I need to go to the store so bad. I have legit no water here. I went down to the vending machine and I tried to, for some reason the vending machine's not taking card, also not taking Apple Pay, and then I tried to use my bill and it wasn't working. It wasn't going in. I was like, what the hell? It's like I'm thirsty. There's no way. I can't. I mean, there's a water fountain, but I gotta bring a water bottle down. I didn't bring one down. I thought I was able to get a water bottle from the vending machine. Sucks. And then I found this in the fridge. LaCroix. I don't drink this, but it says sparkling water, so it's some sort of water.
Yeah. Oh, Ben, bad pass.
Ben. Ooh.
My goodness. Oh. Woo. Woo.
Ooh, he says. Are we
That
done with this comment?
That was needed. Yeah, I would just want to say, Mikhail says, Matisse Thybulle, you look at his, February, he's only averaging 3 points a game, but his impact on the court is 20 points a game because he's been that effective defensively. So can he be one of the best two-way players in the NBA? He just doesn't have the shooting. I mean, can Ben Simmons? That's not who Matisse Thybulle is. But I will say Matisse Thybulle has come around this year to the point where he's now a major focal point in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, it is halftime. The Sixers.
Is it? Is it halftime?
72-66. Jazz had the lead. A 37-point second quarter from the Utah Jazz, led by Jordan Clarkson, 19 points off the bench, 25-30. The Jazz have 34 points off the bench in the first half. I feel like that's a whole game for the Sixers bench. So, all right, guys. I'm going to get ready for halftime. I got to stretch it out. What's the score? 72-66. My goodness, man. That was something. But it's a game. It's a game. I think you got to hope the Utah Jazz, their shooting from three will dip a little bit because they could not miss in that second quarter. And then towards the end of the second quarter, they started to cool off a little bit, which is what you wanted to see. Let me get this ready. All right, guys. Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready, Justin?
No.
Hold on, I got to get this thing up. There we go. All right, guys, here we go. We're getting ready for our halftime show. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Diverse says we are still in it. You aren't going to hit them all game. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome to Name That Sixer, our halftime entertainment for the night. We will be breaking down, it's a Guess the Sixer game. Justin versus the fans. Who gets it right? The winner will get a free year subscription to the paintedlines.com. And it is just one of the most amazing values you will ever find on YouTube, period. The paintedlines.com is a very expensive website. It's not at all. It's free. But anyway, we're going to have some fun. Guys, we're doing something different today. Last halftime entertainment show, we did Name That Guard. And it was I gave you a Sixers player, and I put Vader masks on him. I put a Mandalorian mask on him. Iron Man, and you had to name that player. Today we are doing something different because that's what we do here. Today we are all about feet. Today we are all about feet. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? We're talking about shoes. We're talking about shoes. Today we are talking about name that Sixer. I give you the shoe, and you're gonna give me that Sixer. Which shoe belongs to this Sixer?
Is it a Sixer player legitimately?
Yes.
Okay. This could be interesting because I know some shoes, but I don't know about Sixers ones. So let's go.
Yes. So these are all Dive's foot fetish.
Oh, see, that's where I first went to, Marky Mark. I was like, oh God, is there gonna be like pictures of legitimate players' feet on my screen in a second? I would have to be like end the live stream and have a conversation with Dives.
All right, guys. Like for example, we're gonna get this game started. I give you a shoe. You name me the Sixer. Let's get this show rolling. Name that Sixer. Who's shoe? Wow, that was fast. See, that's how we're playing here. It's Allen. The answer is Allen Iverson. Justin won.
It's not the questions. It's not the questions though. What are these? What kinds are they? I don't know that deep, but
well, I'm not asking that. I'm just asking to play.
Okay.
That's definitely Reebok.
Oh no, it's Reebok. I just meant because I know it's not the question. Like he's got a few different lines, but I don't know if that's the questions because I don't see it. Maybe it could be. It could be. Okay. I don't know.
All right,
whatever.
All right, let's go to number 2. Name that Sixer. Anybody.
I have no idea.
Barkley is not Charles Barkley.
I have no idea.
Anybody?
If you would have just done the shoes, I probably could have got some more, but I have no idea what this is. I didn't even know.
Chris Dunn dropping the Weber. Good job, man. It is the Chris Weber.
Nice, Chris.
Wow.
Chris Dunn gets Chris Weber.
That was awesome. Well done, dude. Let's roll on to number 3. Name that shoe.
Joel Embiid.
Damn, dude.
The Embiid ones. The Embiid ones.
All right, Brandon Davies. My goodness. That is hilarious. We have Justin 2, fans 1. Let's go on to our next. Name that Sixer. I give you the shoe. You give me the Sixer. Let's go on to the next one.
Ugly ass shoe for one. Number 55? I don't even know who wore number 55 on the Sixers, to be honest with you.
I'm not saying a word.
Someone's going to need to help me out with this one. I have no idea who this is.
Nasty Nizzle got it correct. It is the Dikembe Mutombo shoe.
That makes sense. Definitely a big man shoe. It was weird. For some reason, my brain went right to Greg Monroe. I don't know why. I think it's because it was a jacked up number. Like, that's a weird number, 55.
We've got Cookie Monster. Furkan Aldemir. All right, let's go on to the next one. Name that shoe.
That's a Nike, right?
Honestly, I have no idea.
It looks like it's a Kobe shoe. Looks like there's like a Kobe symbol on the back of it.
It's not Eric Snow. My goodness, guys. I am so impressed. Mike D brings up Lou Williams. It is
that Nike?
I don't know. Is that Nike? Mike D,
Someone let us know in the comments. Is that Nike? I'd assume it is. It looks like similar to something they would design. So, but the back of it, I can't – maybe it's Reebok. No, it might be Reebok. The back of it, I can't tell what the symbol is. But it looks like it's either like Kobe's like signature like you know what I mean? Kobe has that – it was it looked kind of like a Mitsubishi symbol a little bit, but not at all. It just has like the 3 points on it. But Reebok also has that as well, I'm pretty sure. So it could be Reebok.
Great job, Mike D. Lou Williams. We got some shoe fans here. I'm impressed. It is not Gerald Henderson. All right, moving on. Name that Sixer.
That's an old boy, whoever that is. That's an old one. Oh, my God. Dr. J?
It's not Dr. J.
Oh, fun fact about Dr. J. My mom met Dr. J in a random ass way. And I'll have to tell you that story at some point after we're done this. But I just remembered that because I said that. She told me this story a few weeks ago, and I had no idea. I was like, what? So anyway, Charles Barkley.
It's not Charles.
Moses Malone.
Marky Mark got it right. It is Ben Simmons.
What?
Yep.
You're smoking pot. Listen, Ben Simmons has a shoe like this, but it don't look like that.
I just Googled Ben Simmons shoe, and that was the first one that came up.
Come on, bullshit.
It is stylish. The guy does have style.
They had one that came out the first year they were in the playoffs that was really nice. Like the you know what I'm talking about? It had like the snakes on it and everything like that. It was like legit. It was like 76ers themed, but whatever. It was nice. I liked them, but anyway, that's bullshit. I literally was gonna guess that, but I was like, this is an older shoe. Maybe it's some like old player that had it. Whatever. Next one.
Next one. Here we go. Let's roll on to the next one. Name that Sixer.
Oh, Dr. J.
It's Dr. J. Rolling there. Well done, Justin.
Yeah. Listen, it's a funny thing. So real quick backstory to this. I was just listening to a podcast on my way to school actually this week. It was Dr. J talking to JJ Redick, and he was actually talking about how he used to play in the Pro Leather Converse line. So that's why I remember that.
All right, we have Marky Mark saying Dr. J, Chris Dunn, Dr. J. Justin, you're crushing this. Great job.
Thanks, appreciate it. I know a little bit about shoes.
Yeah. Last one. Name that Sixer.
This is actually this is Furky. This is Furky for sure. Dude, so here's the funny thing. When I first looked at this, I'm like, this looks like an older shoe. But then I looked at it, I'm like, no, this is Paul. That's like the bottom of it, the bottom of them. That's Paul George's design on the bottom on his Gatorade pair. And so I was like, that's recent though. I'm like, who the fuck wears shoes like that? And I've never seen those before, but I saw 30 and I saw yellow, so that automatically goes Furcon. God damn. Ugly ass shoe.
Definitely Furcon Korkmaz.
If they neon green or yellow, you know it's Furcon.
Marky Mark says Sesame Street Big Bird.
You got big ass feet like Big Bird.
All right, guys.
You got another one?
That is the end of our game show this week. But just want to thank everyone for playing.
Wait, can we count up my wins real quick? Can we count this up?
What?
I want to see how many I got right out of the 8. Out of the 7.
4. I think you got 4.
1, 2. I'm trying to count. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it was 4. Yeah, I think I did.
All right, guys. Thanks for playing. Name that Sixer. We'll be back again every single halftime show. I try and make it unique each and every time. Tons of fun. Thanks for playing, Justin. By far your best round in Name That
Definitely.
Sixer.
Definitely. Funny as shit is it's in basketball shoes. Amazing. I did not realize the Sixers had that many different kind of basketball shoes though. If you would have put Ben Simmons shoes up there and put a hyper dunk shoe, then I would have guessed that easily because all Ben ever wears is the freaking hyper dunks.
All right, let's talk about top takeaways of this game so far. Has to be, first up, Ben Simmons was an absolute terror in that first quarter. He had
21 points.
Yeah, but 19 of those were in the first quarter. So that means he only had 2 points in that second quarter. 13 points, scored by the Sixers bench, 7 by Dwight Howard, 6 by Tyrese Maxey, 0 by Thibault, 0 by Korkmaz. Meanwhile, 34 points scored by that Utah Jazz bench. The lack of offense continues to be the Achilles heel of the Sixers over these last several games. Sixers bench needs to get it going. The other storyline is by far the Utah Jazz's shooting. They finished the half shooting 9 of 24 from 3, but dude, it was way worse than that. It felt like every single time they put up a 3 that was going in by the Utah Jazz for a good chunk of that second half. They cooled off there at the end of the second quarter. I don't think you cannot shoot that consistently from 3. And however, this is the 4th best shooting team from 3 in the NBA by far. That's a main takeaway of this game so far. Chris Dunn's this first quarter Ben A+, second quarter D+, as a team. As a team
D+. Okay.
So,
I thought you'd say first quarter Ben Simmons A+, and then D+ for him in the second. I'm like, come on, man.
And I got to say, is this a record for Dwight Howard? Because he's played 7 minutes in the first half and has 0 turnovers.
That's got to be some sort of record. That's got to be. There's no way. I actually don't believe you.
I would be shocked if he played a half this season without a turnover. So we'll see. I'm like being half sarcastic with that. We'll see. But Dwight Howard had a very solid first half. 7 points, 3 boards, 0 turnovers, 100% field goal percentage. Really good also first half by Tobias Harris, who had 18 points, 7 of 14 from 3, or 7 of 14 from the floor in 18 minutes. So what you need to see, though, if the Sixers want to win this game, it's got to be coming from limiting the Utah Jazz from 3, D'ing up on the perimeter, and the Sixers getting some scoring firepower from their bench. I think if they can manage those 2 things, they should be fine today.
No, I agree, and I think part of the issue is that the issue is if we can hit threes. So, like, sure, we can take their threes away all we want, but the issue is that because we don't have that rim protector, or that consistent rim protector in Joel Embiid down there, it can be a little bit tough because if we start giving them easier shots from the down low, and then we start missing because we're missing our best offensive player, it could be a little bit tough on us.
Oh, and by the way, before we get rolling, Tiago will be joining us for the post-game show. Always great insight from Tiago during our post-game shows.
I'll send him an invite, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to put our post-game link to this live stream so that way everyone knows exactly where it's coming from. Oh, nice late call there on a drive from Ben. I'll take it, though. I will take it. Jamonte says, once again, just like last game, the bench always brings the other team back in the game. So you saw some positive signs from Tyrese in that first half. Hopefully we see something similar here.
Ben just got a call, and I'm very surprised.
Yeah, he normally doesn't get those calls.
Yeah, and it's because he doesn't really seek out contact too much typically. And I'm actually a little – the call kind of surprises me a little bit. The only thing I can understand is because Gobert has his arm out in front of him, over top of Ben, but realistically he wasn't touching him.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
But listen, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not mad about it, but I just confused. Ben hits the first free throw and misses the second. Sixers down 74-67 now on my stream.
All right, guys, I just posted the post-game link. Please be sure to hit that link and quickly hit that like button. That way we can get that show rolling. So
Yes, sir.
That link is now pinned to our stream.
Things.
All right, Ben Simmons going to the free throw line. You got to love it. Gotta love it.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit surprised on how aggressive he's been with Rudy Gobert in the game.
My goodness. Ben Simmons.
I love it, but I'm just surprised because typically I wouldn't expect him to be. This is not how he typically plays.
Ben Simmons already has 9 free throw attempts. The most he's had this season is 12 in a game. So that's a great
to
sign.
win this game. To win this game, he's got to exceed that.
Yep.
So
that's a good little stat there. Good little nugget. So Ben Simmons could eclipse his most free throw attempts per game. And did we not say that? Like the key to winning is getting Ben to the line. So
yeah, getting Ben scoring and having our 3-pointers hit, which is struggling a little bit.
And they're Utah's struggling a little bit from 3 here. So knock on wood. Although a step back, off balance jumper from Mike Scott's not exactly the offense I'm looking for either.
Yeah, I completely agree with that one.
Open court foul? Abdu, no, we cannot stream the game. I'm sorry, man. You might want to. There's definitely other streams you could find that are illegal, but we cannot. Unfortunately, Justin doesn't have his magical mirror behind him that showed the game.
Yeah, I don't have my mirror that showed the game a little bit, so sorry.
That's great. Sorry, man. But we'll be here doing live play-by-play. And if you want to, talk with us, join the chat, we'll be here for the next hour or so.
Yes, sir.
So thanks for watching, man. Thanks for watching.
We are greatly appreciative of it. Oh, come on, Toby. Toby just got lucky. He missed an easy little jump hook. Pasta. Let's not do that, bro. Would appreciate it if you don't spam the chat.
Get in. Oh. All right, Sixers down 7 here so far.
Okay, on my screen we are down by 7. I'm a little confused why that means we're falling apart.
Who said we're falling apart?
Mike D.
No.
I don't know what you're watching, bro, but 7 points against a team where we don't have Joel out there is not falling apart.
All right. I think the Sixers have Ben Simmons missed badly on that shot, but I like him taking that shot. All right, man. I'll be right back.
All right, got you. Steven, we're not just going to kick this guy for saying go Celtics. We're all about having everybody in here. Just please, Costa, you will get kicked though if you keep spamming. We don't mind having other fans in here, but understand you're going to get kicked if you keep spamming. I'm going to wait till you hear that. Wait till you hear me say that. And if you don't stop, then I'm going to have to kick you. Chris Dunn, did you guys switch TVs? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by switch TVs? Stephen Green says, "Yeah, we just fell apart." I don't necessarily think we fell apart. I think it's part of the issue is that you don't have that consistent center that's able to sit there and dominate, and we just haven't been able to hit our shots. And I think the shots will come. They'll start falling again. We just got to start hitting it. Mike Scott on my screen just hit a 3. Sixers now down 80-72. So realistically, they're still in this game. They just got to ride the wave. It's also tough because Rudy Gobert is out here flexing when he's scoring on Mike Scott. So I just saw Rudy Gobert take it to the basket. First of all, Rudy Gobert's 7 foot tall. Like, if you're not scoring on Mike Scott, you're a jackass. He's out there like, yeah, like, bro, come on. That's when I wish Joel was out here. Like, the fact that we're halfway through the game already. Rudy Gobert has 4 points and 5 rebounds. That's awful.
Yeah. And you saw him get wasn't he completely taken out of the playoffs? Like he was a 0 in the playoffs.
Who?
Rudy Gobert.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Oh my God. Seth Curry just got blocked by Bogdanovich. Wow. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. My goodness, man.
That was Joe Ingles, by the way. That blocked Seth.
That was Joe Ingles?
Yeah.
All right. Who's talking about trading for Vucevic?
It's the Celtics fans in here.
What is going on with no?
No, he's saying that the Celtics are going to trade for Vucevic.
Oh, okay.
Which is possible, but we shall see. Okay, bud. He said Jaylen Brown owns Ben Simmons. Since when? Since when? Apparently, you make one good move on a guy and you own him. Jason Tatum if you said Jason Tatum is a really good offensive player and Jaylen Brown is a really good offensive player, I would say I completely agree with you. But I don't think you can say anything about the Celtics owning or Jaylen Brown about owning Ben Simmons. It's just not. It's not true.
Jaylen Brown averages 14 points a game against Ben Simmons.
Yeah. And guess how many he averages almost 30 on everybody else. So yeah, you can F off with that one.
14 points a game, yet he owns Ben Simmons. Good try.
I also think it's funny. I had a Celtics fan that was telling me the other day that like, oh, we kicked your ass in the playoffs last year. I'm like, dude, we literally had a ass team that was put together last year, and our best perimeter defender was out when we were probably playing one of the most talented perimeter offensive teams in the league when it came to handling the ball and like creating shots. So to me, that we knew we were losing that series going into it, in my opinion. But like since Ben got hurt, Jamonte,
don't leave us, Jamonte. We got this, man. We're coming back.
The game not over yet, bro.
It's only 9 points. We got this.
Yeah. Oh, I think this is hilarious. Jay Swagger, watch the Celtics get Drummond and think they won, bro. If the Celtics, I'm calling it right now. If the Celtics get Andre Drummond, they are not going far in the playoffs. And my only reasoning for that is because if they meet us in the playoffs, they're screwed.
Embiid always cooks against Drummond. Always.
Dude, and he cooks Daniel Tice. He cooks Andre Drummond. Like it's, and that's just me being honest. And obviously, I think Daniel Tice is a better matchup than Andre Drummond is, just because Daniel Tice can actually stretch the floor on him. And that gives him a hard time. That's not true. Sub Shogun. This thing. Sixers are not a comeback team if they lose the lead late. Not necessarily. I do say, they are better when Joel's in there. They're able to come back from leads a lot better. But it'll be interesting. It's going to really depend how good shooting wise the Jazz do at the end of the game right now.
The really cool stat though about that.
Yeah.
The Sixers haven't lost a game that they had a lead at the end of the first half.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
We didn't have a lead at the end of the first half, so what's that supposed to say?
Every game the Sixers have been winning at the end of the first half, they won.
Yep. Well, you're not doing that if you can't hit shots. I think this is pretty factual. Can't judge them while Embiid is out. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to judge a team whether they can be a comeback team or not when your best player is not in the game.
Listen,
Oh, hey, Alex W is back. What's up, Alex?
Hold on. Listen, we're all frustrated Embiid's not playing this big game. We expressed that very, very explicitly during the pregame show. It sucks. This would have been a huge game for the Sixers to, again, make a name for themselves, send a message to the NBA. But here we are, in the big picture of things. Who the hell cares about a game versus the Utah Jazz? You know what does matter in the big scheme of things? Embiid being healthy for the playoffs in a 7-game stretch. That's it. That is everything. And that don't overreact. You're not. I'm not directing that to you, but I'm directing it to the rest of Sixers Twitter that's going to overreact to a loss against the best team in the NBA without Joel Embiid, and they're going to say the Sixers suck and you should trade Ben Simmons tomorrow. And that's
they won't say Ben Simmons. They'll say like whoever's having a bad game tonight. Let me go check the stats real quick. Hold on.
No, they'll find a way to make it against Ben Simmons. I got to go get some water, but I'm going to go walk like 10 feet. Sorry.
You should grab me water too. Donovan Mitchell just hit a tough shot. What? Oh, okay. Donovan Mitchell just hit a tough shot. Ben Simmons went out to contest a 3-pointer and was a little too aggressive with it, and Donnie got him jumping and just drained a 3 on him. Real nice 3 from him. All right, let's check this comment section.
Jordan freaking Clarkson, man. My goodness.
Costa said, if the Celtics are terrible, then who's coming out of the East? You guys tell me. I don't think the Celtics are terrible. I just don't think they're good enough to come out of the East. I think it's probably going to end up being either Brooklyn or probably the Sixers, in my opinion. And that's honestly, that's coming from and I'm not some fan who's going to always talk up my team. I'm not. I'm very brutally honest with the Sixers and how good they are. I think we still need to add pieces just like the Celtics do. I just think we're a little bit closer than the Celtics are right now, because with what we need on the team. The Celtics are in need of a lot of defense and a lot of like interior defense, and it's a little bit harder to find really good interior defense against some of the bigs in the league that there are, especially if you're going up against guys like Embiid. It's a lot harder to find a guy like that. It's not like last year where they could have tried to trade for Marc Gasol over the offseason or pick him up in free agency. That could have been a really good pickup for you guys because he can stretch the floor and play good defense against, or at least decent defense against Joel. Problem is that Celtics' only real options right now would be guys like Drummond, Blake Griffin, Vucevic, like you said. But it's just realistically the only option that I would say that is really, really worth your while there would be Vucevic, just because he can stretch the floor really well and is still good in the post as well. But his overall play on defense is still a minus when it comes to guarding Ben Simmons. So ultimately, it's just tough. It's tough for you guys. You also don't have a lot of really nice bench depth, just like the Sixers don't. But the difference is on the bench depth wise for the Sixers is they're really only like 2 pieces away, when I think the Celtics are a little bit more than that.
My opinion is same as it's always been. Celtics would be right there with the Sixers, but I would have the Sixers edging the Celtics in like a 6 or 7 game. In that 6th or 7th game, I think it would be a very difficult series for the Sixers.
I do too.
I do think that it's the Nets and the Sixers.
Yep.
It really just boils down to, is the big three on the Nets healthy? Because you look at the Sixers struggle right now is bench scoring, and it's their ability to stop, like pick and roll ball handlers getting into the paint and getting efficient shots. And you combine that with Durant, you combine that with Harden and Kyrie. I don't know if the Sixers have enough bodies to match that. That's always been their struggle.
Yeah, especially if the Nets can get a very decent big man.
It's true.
It's gonna be tough. Like if the Nets can somehow bring in a legitimate big man to help defend and help get bodies to a guy like Embiid, it could be real tough to beat that team. Costa then said Jonas Valanciunas is available. He can defend Embiid. Embiid if we can't get Vucevic. Jonas has given Embiid problems in the past. I will say, with the way Embiid's playing this year, I mean, Marc Gasol used to give Embiid problems in the past.
I want to bring this up.
Yeah.
Elko Green says Embiid or not, coming away with one possible win from this West group is not good. A few games ago, I put out a tweet. I was saying that the Sixers had their 7th win in 25 games on the road. Compared to last year, it took them 32 games to get 7 wins. After that, they went. Guess what? Guess what their record was after that? Their 7th win in 2019. They went 3-17 in the next 20 games on the road. And sure enough, after that 7th win, they're now, if they lose this game, 0-3. So I don't want to be a bad jinx at all, but there's a little trend right there.
Yeah, not great, but I will say they already, like, when it comes to, they're really not that bad on the road right now in comparison to the league. Like aren't they really close to 500 if they're not 500?
Yeah.
So like, and I think it'll go. I do think it's going to get better eventually. Just because I think we're going to be adding some pieces. So we'll see what happens, but I'm really interested in talking to Costa right now.
No, this was already getting on mine.
It said Jonas Valanciunas is available if you really want to get into rebounding and defense. Yeah, I mean, Jonas Valanciunas is a good defender. He's a great rebounder too, and I think he'd be a really good pickup for the Celtics. But I just wonder if that Danny Ainge would pull the trigger on that, and who would be having to give up for it. But I do think that's a good. That would probably, in my opinion, be one of the best pickups you could get.
That's a way better fit. That's a way better fit than Vucevic.
I agree.
Jonas has really played Embiid hard.
Yep.
That's a good fit.
I completely agree with that. I think that would make the Celtics a really, like, even more of a harder out for the Sixers. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
This guy's annoying me. He's bringing up the Bruins and the Flyers. I'm done.
I'm just not paying attention to anything that isn't basketball.
There you go, Ben. Ben's going for his career high, though.
Yeah, definitely. He's gonna hit it. But here's the difference in this game, guys. For you, it's the amount of the 3-pointers right now is what's killing the Sixers, and that's really why they're losing this game. Is we're scoring a lot of 2s, and I think we're 4 for 10. We are 4 for 10 from 3. And let me look what they are. Simmons just hit his career high, 34, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, he's at his career high.
Simmons definitely has the green light today, man. He has the green light, and I'm loving every second of it.
Yeah, right now the Sixers are 4 for 10, and the Jazz are 13 for 31 from 3. So that goes to show you why the score is what it is right now. Oh, God. Seth ISO'd him. Oh, nice, Seth. Good D. Seth got ISO'd by Bogdan Bogdanovic, and he tried to take him down to the post, and Seth just stripped the ball from him out of bounds. That was nice. See, I love how Costa realized that we're not like just some crazy Sixers fans. We're just gonna not side with him on anything. And now he stopped commenting as soon as we said Jonas Valanciunas was actually a decent pickup for them.
All right, let's go, Max. I want to see Maxie get a few buckets here.
Yeah, did you see what I posted on Twitter earlier today? About
I've been barely on Twitter.
Okay. Earlier today, there was I think the Bleacher Report tweeted out like an old video of John Wall and Bradley Beal, and it was John Wall doing like a post game interview with Bradley Beal, and he was like, you I never seen this from you before. You getting buckets? How you feel? And I remember when that interview happened, I was dying laughing, so I had to retweet that shit. I was dying. You getting buckets? How you feel? Great. If you want to see that, go check out my Twitter. I still find that video hilarious. Da, 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 mm-hmm. Rudy, miss him. Rudy, miss him.
Rudy Gobert has one field goal attempt in this game.
Can you hear me twice?
What?
I can hear myself twice.
You can?
Yeah.
I will go in and like leave and come back.
All right. Let's see. Can I still hear myself twice? All right. I don't hear it anymore. We're good. Tobias
Harris with back-to-back buckets here. Coming in large per Mark Zumoff.
Is it coming in or coming up? I think it's coming up. I think you lied to me.
Coming up.
How dare you?
And Matisse
misquote Mark Zumoff. That's terrible. By the way, speaking of Mark Zumoff, Steven, are we still echoing, by the way? I know I was echoing before. Let me know if I'm still echoing. Because I know you guys are behind a little bit.
I'm good on my end.
Yeah, I'm good on my end too. But the chat's behind by a little bit, so we'll see. But, shit, what was I saying? God damn it. Oh, yeah. Our man Jason Blevins just got followed by Mark Zumoff on Twitter.
Aw, F him, man. I'm so jealous.
I told him because I was talking to Jason about this the other day. Because I think it was either you said this or Jason said this, that Matt Murphy's the next Mark Zumoff. And I told Jason, I was like, now you got Matt and Jason. Now you got Matt and the future. You got Mark and the future Mark following you now.
Yeah, Matt's terrific. You haven't met Matt, right?
No, I have not. I've seen him on the Zoom calls, just like for the Blue Coats, but I haven't like legitimately like talked to him yet. Chris, that's messed up. Jason is not boring. That's bull. Jason is not boring at all. If you know basketball and you love talking basketball, that is exactly the person you want to talk to.
My one comment about Jason is he's absolutely not boring. He's into like a super wide range of things.
Yes, sir.
Super wide range. Like he's artistic. He's into sport, into like a hard, got a lot of hard knowledge into basketball. Like he's very eclectic. Like he's very all over the place. So he's someone you could have a conversation with very easily about a wide range of topics, from politics to business to basketball to music. It's all to Dungeons and Dragons. Like it's all over the place.
And he played college ball too. He played college baseball. So like you can have conversations about different kinds of sports too. Dude, we came on here and we did a random like live stream, and we got into conversation about disc golf and baseball. The most random thing. I need Dwight hitting his free throws, man. Come on.
Dwight's having a low-key, very good game.
He's just being more efficient.
Well, the personal fouls are piling up, but I can live with personal fouls over turnovers all day long.
Yeah, I agree. Made a free throw. Love to see that one. Mike D says, who would win a free throw contest, Rudy or Howard? I don't know. That's a great question, actually. Like, I would think I'd be curious to actually see that.
Woo!
I feel like Dwight's one of those guys that gets hot from the line after he makes one.
My goodness. That was pretty. Oh, my God. Come on. My God. Tobias had a like Paul. Oh my God. Who's the truth? Paul
Pierce.
He had like a Paul Pierce looking bucket, and then Angles just hit a three. Like it was such a
Joe Ingles. Okay, have you ever seen the movie Surf's Up?
Yeah.
It's like a Disney animated movie.
Yes.
He looks like Chicken Joe. When I see Joe Ingles, I literally think of Chicken Joe.
Oh,
you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm pulling up a picture of Chicken Joe and Joe Ingles right now.
Chicken Joe.
Chicken Joe.
Yeah, Steven says every time back down 7, every time we hit a 2, they match it with 3. 100. That's how it feels. That's 100% how it feels. Dude, straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Chicken Joe Ingles. That's so
really so like I wish I could pull up 2. Wish I could pull up 2 at the same time. Okay, hold on.
Are they really going to call that a foul?
So listen, look, Joe Ingles. So, I gotta share my screen.
That's terrible.
Share screen. Sorry, as people are getting upset over a call, I'm gonna show.
That's terrible.
So here, obviously, we got Joe Ingles, right? So Joe Ingles. Then Chicken Joe.
I see it.
The rhythm of the play, rubbing him off, out of position for the foul.
Chicken Joe. Joe Ingles.
That was a terrible foul call, man. Oh
you can't tell me you don't see similarities here. I'm sorry. I see it too much.
Yeah, I see it.
What do you think about this game so far? Winnable?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I think it's definitely still a winnable game. I'm wondering what we got to do differently.
That was just a bullshit call there to end the third.
I didn't see it, to be honest with you. What happened?
Just Maxey was straight up, and they called it, and they reviewed it, and it upheld. Oh, terrible.
0.8 seconds. You got time to get a shot off. I'll be into it.
Short Fuse says, are the Sixers pretenders or contenders? What's your thoughts on that, Justin?
I think they're contenders. I think they're just like many other contenders right now in the NBA. They just need some pieces. They need like, in my opinion, at least two pieces. I think they need a legitimate point guard off the bench, and I personally have thought that even before Shake Milton went down, because I personally think Shake Milton is more of a 2 guard than a 1, and I think that's proven to be true throughout his years. I mean, he's a better catch and shoot shooter than he is off the dribble, and I mean, he is a combo guard. Like, yes, he can go in, he can dribble. I just feel like he is more useful as a combo guard where he's taking some time off ball as well. And I think that's what eventually Tyrese Maxey and him can do. But right now, if you're trying to contend right now, I think you need to go out and try to find somebody else. Guys like Patty Mills, George Hill. I know George Hill and what's the other guy that was on who's the other point guard that like there was rumors about?
DeLon?
Yeah, Daylon Wright. So like Daylon Wright and George Hill are 2 guys that apparently were in trade talks. You also need a stretch 4, stretch 5 type player. So guys like Nemanja Bjelica and maybe even Mike Muscala. I mean, I know he had some time with the Sixers before, but he's a legitimate stretch 5, and I think he could be good for this team right now in that role. I like Bjelica a little better. I think if you really want to get like the best guy that you can at that position, if the Rockets are willing to give you a good deal for him, PJ Tucker, I would love to have a guy like that on this team. I think he's the perfect guy for this team in that role. But obviously, it'd be tough to get a guy like that for the price that they want for him, probably.
They're absolutely contenders. What you see from the Sixers starters, if they're healthy in a 7-game series, the way Tobias Harris the offense is being built around Tobias Harris in the pick and roll when he was number 1 in the NBA in 2018 under Doc Rivers. You're seeing the Sixers are among the top field goal percentage teams in the NBA in the pick and roll. Yet they only, frequency-wise, they only do it about half compared to the other teams in the NBA. You're going to start seeing incremental increases when as the second half of the season progresses into the playoffs. The Sixers are being built around a playoff offensive system. It's just a matter of them staying healthy and adding a couple extra pieces.
I agree. I mean, Sub Shogun says, I'm not going to lie, this feels like last year. We getting beat by teams because we can't hit the 3 ball. It's not the same. It's just not. Yes, I agree. Like some of it is that issue. We're having a hard time hitting threes, but that honestly, part of it has to deal with having guys that are young and just not consistent, like good role players all the time. Like realistically, the only guy on the team that is a like that JJ Redick level shooter is Seth Curry. Other than that, like everyone else is pretty spotty. Furkan can be that sometimes. Shake can be that sometimes. But you got to remember, those guys are only like 22, 23 years old. And that's why when we talk about this, talk about bringing in guys like George Hill or Patty Mills, 2 guys that are both 40% 3-point shooters and have been in the big moments.
Wait till you see that, Justin.
Offense or defense?
You'll see. Oh, my God.
Matisse just handed the ball to Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah.
And then Furkan stole it and went behind the back, and Matisse, oh, shit. All right. I mean, I know Matisse got the bunnies, but he doesn't get the bunnies too often.
Damn it, Maxey, off the front of the rim. Come on, Tyrese. Need to hit that shot.
Sixers down 110-96. See, that's where I want Ben going in there.
I love this comment by Mr. Swagu. Scotty and Jordan. That's great.
Same players, same value.
Oh, for sure. Short fuse 117. Let's hand that off to our Blue Coats beat writer, Justin. Any thoughts on Paul Reed being NBA ready?
Paul Reed is not NBA ready right now. He's got for this team for sure. He's got to work on his 3-point. He's got to work on his stretching the court ability. But I will say he is very efficient around the rim, at least at the G League level. He seems to be a really good, versatile defender. And even Coach Connor Johnson of the Blue Coats said that to me the other day. I actually asked him a question specifically on that because if anybody here knows who Kai Bowman is, Kai Bowman was on the Golden State Warriors and got some good minutes for the Golden State Warriors, I think about 2 years ago to this point. There was a few times where in last game Paul Reed got switched out onto Kai Bowman and actually played pretty good defense on him. So I think it's nice to see that, and it's encouraging to see a guy who's 6'9" be able to switch out onto a guy who's 6'1" and be a decent defender at it. So I think he's got good upside, but it's just a matter of letting him grow and seeing if he can become more than what he is now.
By the way, you're seeing Isaiah Joe get minutes over Furkan
Yep.
right now.
Yep, I just saw that. Jamonte said Isaiah Joe finally. We need to hit threes, man. And if Isaiah Joe can listen to this right now. If Isaiah Joe comes in here and hits some threes, I'm calling it right now. He's going to start getting minutes for this team. I really had that feeling. If Isaiah Joe comes in this situation and starts knocking down shots in some moments, I think there's a shot he gets more playing time in the future. Ben Simmons with a career high tonight, 37 points. Damn. That's a bad man. 38 points now. Yo, here's the nice thing, too, is, Ben, the promising thing with this, too, is Ben's going up against Rudy Gobert tonight and doing that. And Rudy's, the guy everyone says, always the best defending center in the league. You love it. You love it. 2-3 zone Marky Mark would not work right now. Utah, that's something you run on a team that's not a good shooting from three, and that's just this team. It obviously is they're the fourth best team in the league shooting from three. Look at this comment. This has to be one of the. A 2-3 zone would not make any sense at all against a team like this.
Not against Utah.
They're literally the fourth best three-point shooting team in the league. It makes no sense to nice take, Ben.
Yeah, but
it makes no sense to have that happen. Ben Simmons with a 40-point game, guys.
And 12 of 13 from the line, by the way, which 13 free throw attempts is the most he's had this season.
Mike D says Simmons is a god tonight. Listen, man. Oh, my God.
Are they running a 2-3 zone right now? Did they switch to that?
I didn't. Okay. Listen, Marky Mark, if they're doing that, I'd be very shocked. I'm not going to lie. Maybe if they were in a 3-2 zone, I could understand that maybe. But if it's a 2-3, I'm surprised because it's not like you're facing the Pacers where they have not good three-point shooting. We're playing the Jazz that have the fourth best three-point shooting team in the league. Now, unless all of a sudden, they just don't start not hitting, and Ben and Matisse are really creating that much havoc, wow. But I'd be shocked if Doc goes 2-3 zone right now. 3-2, like I said, Steven said right here. If they went 3-2, I wouldn't be shocked, just because obviously it's more perimeter guys there. But
Jazz
they should run a 2. What does this even mean? They should run a 2-3. None of the Sixers can hit a 3. What? Oh, I think he's saying the Jazz should.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. That would make sense, I guess. But
Jazz are shooting 0 of 3 from three-point range in this quarter. Something to watch.
Definitely. If the Jazz go cold right now, the Sixers have a shot.
Yep.
I might try to find I think I have a water bottle somewhere. I'm parched right now.
My bad. 0 of 4. 0 of 4 for the Jazz.
Yeah, real quick. I'm going to go run and get water before this game gets down to the wire, okay?
All right. See, you're going down to the dungeon.
Yeah, but I took like 8 minutes last time. I won't take that. It won't take as long because I won't be trying to finagle with the freaking the machine that produces things.
Mr. Swagoo says Isaiah Joe's our only, or Mike D says Isaiah Joe's our only hope. Dude, that's not true. Mike, they're gonna add some pieces here, man. You're not seeing the final product right now. As much as I love Furkan, I don't love Furkan. I'm being sarcastic. They're gonna find. Oh my gosh, Matisse. Oh my gosh, in that pass. Let's go. Let's go, Sixers. My goodness, this is looking like that Pacers game, man. And a charge by Ben. You know what? This is very much looking like that Pacers game where the Sixers came back led by that 2-3 zone with Matisse and Ben leading defense into offense. That steal by Matisse let an outlet pass to Ben for the dunk was absolutely terrific. Oh, my goodness gracious. Sixers down 6. Sixers down 6. Oh, Dwight, tip that in, man. Come on, Dwight. Come on. All right, foul take by Donovan Mitchell. Oh. Mitchell and Ben are really going to go at it back and forth here in the fourth quarter. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Anyone thinking that this game is over, you can officially leave because the Sixers are right in this. My goodness. Ben Simmons is going to have a great 2K card this week. All right, Sixers are down 111 to 104 there. Mitchell makes the free throw. Just keep Ben attacking. That's it. Ben attack. Isaiah Joe. Oh, damn. Isaiah Joe missed the 3. Wide open 3. Got to have been what we needed right there. Five of 16 from 3 from the Sixers. One of our main takeaway. Way too easy layup by Derek Favors. Oh. Ball goes out of bounds. Sixers basketball. But the Sixers are shooting 5 of 17 from 3. One of our main keys of the game was get the shooting back because no Joel Embiid means the Sixers shooters need to be hitting it tonight. Danny Green is 0 of 1. Seth Curry is 1 of 4. They're not getting it done from 3. Furkan Korkmaz is 0 of 5. The Sixers shooters continue.
Is Isaiah Joe still in the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they just took him out.
Yeah.
Matisse, man, you got to hit. Oh, that was Tobias. Sorry. Tobias misses a wide open shot. Just missed a bunny for an N1. Man. All right, man. Sixers need to go on a little run here. A little run.
All right, I'm about to mute you soon. Or mute myself. Mute my audio because I need to Right now, I got 7:09 left, and Tobias is shooting free throws.
The Sixers.
Are they really? Marky Mark said they're playing a 2-3 zone. That's crazy. I'm very surprised by that. Now, I can understand it if like Doc's just trying different things because he wants and like it works at points. It works at points to like with having Ben and Matisse disrupting people. But it definitely, Marky Mark, if that's true, I'm gonna watch right now. And that's impressive. Yeah, wow, they are. Okay, I'm kind of surprised by that, but the more surprising thing than anything else is the fact that they have Seth at the top of the zone with Matisse and not Ben Simmons. But I understand also that Jazz have a lot of length in their lineup, so Tobias Harris for 3.
No.
Don't say no to me.
This Jordan Clarkson guy, man, he's killing me. He's killing me.
Yeah, he's kind of good.
He is killing me.
I thought he was about to get a 4-point play. At least it wasn't a 4-point play.
Oh.
You're talking about the foul, right?
Mm-hmm.
Royce O'Neal with some good defense on Ben Simmons on the other end, though. Kind of pulled the chair out right from under him. Hey. What? 2, 3, 4.
If there was a definition of a player that would look good in the Sixers uniform, it's Jordan Clarkson.
Yep.
That's it.
Ooh, I gotta bring this up on the screen. Hold on.
Danny.
I'll spoil it. How many points does Ben Simmons have right now?
Try not to react.
Okay, I'm not looking at you, so don't.
He's at 42 now. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Okay, real quick, just quick putting this up. I want to put this up on the screen real fast. I'm not even looking at comments because I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Yep.
Look at this on the screen right now. Austin Krell says this version of Ben Simmons is way better than Tatum, Ingram, and Brown.
Oh, Austin loves that kind of stuff, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sixers down 121 to 112 on my screen. A little over 5 minutes left to go. Ben Simmons backing down Royce O'Neal though. Oh, he missed the shot. Damn.
These last 2 offensive possessions are not great.
We'll say it's nice that the Jazz have cooled down a bit from 3, besides Jordan Clarkson, obviously.
I mean, Clarkson looks like Chris Paul out there. Like he's locked in.
Mm-hmm.
That was my biggest take of the Suns game was like Chris Paul in the pick and roll, like was literally unstoppable. Jordan Clarkson right now is just every time he touches the ball, it's something positive's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not missing. Come on, they can't ruin 74 points from Ben and Tobias in this game. They can't lose this. And then did we not say this during the pregame show? Like if you have Ben Simmons scoring like 25 more a game, the Sixers don't win.
Here comes Thiago.
It's going on, Tiago?
Tiago, I don't know if you didn't know, this is not the post game.
I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just drunk on Ben Simmons, man. It's been a wild performance, man. Worth every penny.
If you don't already, please follow my man Tiago on Twitter at @tscabby. He writes amazing, in-depth weekly breakdowns on the NBA and the Sixers at thepaintlines.com. Check those out. He just had one go out today on Joel Embiid, on John Wall, on Zaire Williams scouting report. What's going on, Tiago?
Good, man. It's they're putting up a fight here against the Utah team that playing the best basketball in the NBA. So give them credit, man. They put up a fight. I don't know how you guys feel about it. If you guys feel the same way or not, but
no, it's been a frustrating game. It's been there's plus and minuses.
Yeah, for sure.
On one end, Ben, Tobias, they look terrific. On the other end, every single time the Sixers try and get this a close game, it seems like Jordan Clarkson and the Jazz have an answer. It's just frustrating.
Yeah, and it's really comes down to that where it's our right now the Jazz are beating us with their like fourth and fifth best players and everything like that, and because our best player is not in, we don't have that option to be like if Joe's in this game, it's way different.
Yeah,
because you're getting a lot more open looks for your shooters, and it's gonna be a little easier on your role players, but it's a little harder when you're not getting as open of looks because you don't have Joel down in the paint drawing double teams all day.
Yeah.
And although I do think Ben gets the ball in better places, it's hard when you're not as open.
I do think. Go ahead.
Did you see that Isaiah Joe's getting minutes over Furkan?
I was gonna say exactly that, Chris. I think Doc might have had enough of Korkmaz. There was a play right before he got pulled off where Korkmaz dribbled the ball for 12 straight seconds.
Yep.
And
it was against Rudy Gobert, right?
Right, and then he took a wild corner three. And I think Doc said, that's enough. I had enough of this nonsense.
Yeah.
The guys there shoot three-pointers, and I think he attempted one or two tonight. So, man, the Sixers are within 5 again.
A nice take from Tobias.
Yeah.
Nice take from Tobias going up against Joe Ingles, running in there, finishing around the rim. Tobias with a sneaky 34 tonight on 23 shots. So we're talking about Ben Simmons tonight. How about Tobias, man? 34 points for him so far. Sixers down 114 to 121 right now. Oh my God, Dwight Howard.
Yeah, put back.
Dwight Howard with a nice little tip back. Sixers trailing by 5, 121 to 116. Dwight Howard, 12 points, 11 rebounds right now.
He hasn't been bad. He has not been bad tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
Out of all the ones that you can pick on, he probably was the least of them. We can talk about Danny Green for the next 20 hours.
What the hell was that?
That was bad defense that I just saw from Dwight on Rudy Gobert.
The hell was that shot, Danny Green?
Man, he's been bad, man. There's no question about that. Jordan Clarkson has a very punchable face, by the way. I would never tell it to his face.
All right, I'm gonna turn my audio off because I know you guys are way ahead of me now.
All right.
Yeah. Man,
how do you usually turn your audio off?
I just mute my computer.
Okay, got you. So you guys will still be able to hear me.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Cool.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna make the screen full screen so I can't see the comments either. I can only see your facial expressions here.
Yeah.
I see Tiago.
So this is the definition of the game right now. The Sixers put on a run, down 5.
Oh, that's tough.
After Dwight Howard.
Royce O'Neal just hit my screen.
Sure enough, boom. Rudy Gobert gets way too easy dunk in the pick and roll, and then Royce O'Neal makes a 3-point shot. So that's really been the game I've watched, Thiago, is they have constantly gotten there, but they just can't seem to get over that hurdle against the Jazz. And no Joel Embiid, but
Chris, here's the thing. What if I told you the Sixers are shooting 51% from the field?
I have a fun fact.
And Utah is also shooting 51% from the field. So they're both shooting the same percentage. But the fact is Utah has taken 20 more three-pointers than the Sixers have.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Does anyone want to hear my fun fact?
Yep.
So Ben Simmons is the only Sixer in the past 38 years that has had the stat line of 42 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds.
Wow.
He could have gone for
but he's worse than Andrew Wiggins. Yeah. Just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, they have.
Right, I'll mute the audio again.
Sounds good, man. What are our numbers with Furkan on the court? What is
Korkmaz is 0 for 5 and is a minus 15. So,
by far the worst player on the court.
By far the worst player on the floor, yeah. 2 turnovers. Yeah. It's been bad.
All right, Sixers need at least a couple straight defensive stops here if they want any chance in this game. I've got 126 to 118 Jazz lead here.
Yep.
Jazz swinging the ball on the perimeter. Angles.
Bang.
Harris with that shot just now. God damn.
Are you kidding me?
I did not think that was going in.
Royce O'Neal is now hitting shots.
Back-to-back three-pointers by freaking Royce O'Neal.
Still surprised they're running a 2-3 zone right now.
Wow. Is that not the storyline of the game? The Jazz just hitting 3 after 3 on the Sixers. They're only shooting 38%, but in that first half, there was a point where they were shooting like 60%.
Yeah.
Are we really going to get beat by fucking Royce O'Neal right now?
It's fun being on the.
This is actually what's happening.
First time.
He took 6 shots.
Beat by Royce O'Neal.
Yeah, his first 2 threes of the game in the fourth quarter. Let them enjoy this because that team's going to get murdered by the Clippers and the Lakers. So
yeah,
people think this Utah team is legit.
That's the play we go for.
No, I don't really see it.
Dwight Howard to the line. I'm ready for him to brick two free throws right now, guys.
All right, guys. We are going to be doing a post-game show when the clock hits 0. The link, if you're watching us on YouTube, the link is already there.
I'm watching it.
That link.
Freaking out.
Make sure you like our post-game show. We'll be moving on there momentarily. Sixers are down 9 points here with 1:47 remaining on my end.
Yeah, this one is over.
Yeah.
I wish Ben could get 50 though. That would have been nice. He deserved that.
Man, how about that first quarter, man?
Yeah.
Was that not incredible?
Ooh, you know what? It's real quick. I just saw the second free throw go in. They just put Matisse Thybulle back in. Are they gonna have the 2-3 zone? You think up top with Ben and Matisse? No, just kidding. They do not.
Nah, I think this game is over.
Run this shit. Come on.
Yeah, give Doc credit. He started Mike Scott, which helped Ben create space for himself.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah, Ben's taking fadeaways now.
I can't look at you guys because I'm scared I'm going to get spoiled. I'm so scared to look at this.
You don't have to be scared, man.
I'm stressed. Yeah, give me a nod if you're stressed.
This game's over, man. I don't know what I'm stressed about.
I can't see what you're saying. Can't hear you, so that's what I say. Give me a nod if you're stressed. I'm stressed.
Seth Curry got
Ben.
the shot of the night, and he bricked it. It was our first layup.
Ben took a minute. I'm trying to be quiet out here and missed it.
We're going to be moving on to our post-game show. If you haven't already, please be sure to like this video. Help us expand. Help us grow. We're going to be moving on to our post-game show. Tiago, do you have the link for the post-game show?
Seth Curry!
Yep.
What the fuck was that?
Does he know he's not on mute?
Seth just tried to act like Ben Simmons and go up with one hand and then decided to do a reverse layup for no goddamn reason.
Chris, send me the post game link. I don't have it.
Sure then.
On the
He
private
makes
chat.
that. Matisse just makes that shot. Curry makes his shot. That we're up down by. No, it's not by 6 points. God damn it. Royce O'Neal from 3, and Royce O'Neal is fucking Royce O'Neal, man.
Did you send it?
Yeah, I just sent. All right, guys, we will be.
Did we really just get beat by Royce O'Neal?
Yep.
No.
Joining on your post-game show. We'll be see you there in a few seconds, guys. See you in a second.
Peace.